Stop. Hey everybody, it's the Modern Native. Tonight we're going to be doing a little homemade tattoo. Traditional style. Where is it?
Oh no, I think they wiped off.
No,
oh,
it's still there. There we go. I'm going to get, there it is, the Iroquois flag across my bicep, the symbol for the line and dot, the Blackfoot, and the Cherokee. Get all my tribes on my arm.
Sorry. I had to go out and come back in because it wasn't coming up as you were live. Still gave me the home picture thing.
Is one of your little cups clean? One of your dip cups?
Like for the little spoon thing?
Yeah, one of the things that you just used to dip your pen into.
Oh, that's got rats in it. The other one should be good. Sorry for the shaking. We'll attempt to do that. Where's my other thing?
Lockers.
There. This one will be better. Anyways. Did you drop?
A needle popped out of the case.
Oh, good.
Hey guys, I see you there. Just give me a second. I dropped the needle.
Hang on. Shine your light.
I didn't move yet. Well, it's not a needle in a haystack, but it's a needle in a needle stack.
Alright, let me do this. You take care of them.
Sorry guys. 351 Cleveland, smoked out. How's it going?
Hey y'all. We're here.
I was gonna say, did it attack itself? No, it should be right here, but it hit my lip. Sorry everybody, a technical difficulty. You want to cut my magnet free?
I gotta deal with that. It could be a smaller magnet somewhere. I could have sworn we had a smaller one. Hi. Oh.
That hurt.
Yeah, I could have sworn I hit it just right there. It's not ruined, honey. We only have so many needles.
Well, I also don't want to leave a needle on the ground.
And yeah, there's that.
You go barefoot, the dogs won't hurt you.
Yeah, I've been around Tinkerbell. If I'm not here, then I'm not on. For the most part, I'm always working. For the most part of when he's doing a live, I'm not here. And I think we might have to use a different needle. I don't know what to do until we get the magnet, so.
So we'll get the magnet and we'll swipe over later. Try not to kick things around too much. Sorry, everybody. So we're going to get to the tattoo now. I'm going to finish setting up. It's a needle and a needle stick.
It's pretty much it, yeah.
Oh, sorry, baby. Don't worry about it.
Oh, is it one of the thinner ones? Small thin one?
It was the one that had the fat end. What? It was this one? It had the fat end like this.
I don't know about that one. That might be a long song until we get that magnet. Oh, sorry. I do have to get the.
So that works?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're kidding.
Why can I not fucking hold on to these things?
Kind of wondering the same thing.
What the shit, man? Oh, that one's super easy, though. Hey, happy everybody is saying hi to everybody and interacting. Sorry, I'm a little distracted right now. I keep fucking dropping needles.
Can you see my arm?
Seriously considering just super gluing it there because I can only pop it off or dissolve it.
It's fine. I'm probably not going to use it again.
First aid kit. Great. Yep.
It was on the box.
Oh, sorry. Got you in the right area.
Yeah, it was close. It was just covered a little bit, so I didn't see it. Yes. Yes, fishing local 252.
Yep.
We are going to do it like a pick and poke, like the native way. I have this really great Indian ink. I really hate. Yeah, it's India ink, not Indian ink. I was gonna say I hate that term, but
that is ink from India, so it is technically Indian ink.
Yeah, that's why they call it Indian ink. Is it almost out?
It wasn't. There we go.
I was gonna say, sometimes you gotta shake it. It's a pain.
Sorry, everybody. I was planning on being more set up, but you know how things go. They don't work out that way.
The things kind of took it their return.
And then, of course, right at the start of this, fucking dropped the goddamn thing.
Mosquitoes. I've already sprayed myself with bug spray. It's not helping. Hey, Rob. Rocky Mountain.
How's it going, Rob?
He said he's on the road, so he can't really text. We know. It's okay.
We know that you always listen while you're driving.
Yeah. We appreciate that most. You don't always have to talk, you know.
And you know me, definitely don't text while you're driving.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather just see that number sitting there knowing you're listening. Better?
Yeah. Just a little bit more. Sorry. Take a breath. There we go. I know. You cook over there and that's a workout.
So what I was just doing is I take a shirt and I windmill it right by the fire, and it pushes the smoke underneath here, flushes all the bugs out.
At least
and
for a
in
little
the,
bit.
Yeah, and in the rain, normally they don't come back. I said normally.
Except so, today, where it's 90 degrees.
It's going to go right there. It's going to be the Iroquois flag.
Don't mind the drawing. I can't draw.
Yeah. She can tattoo, but she can't use a pen.
I can't.
And then it's the Wyandotte, which is the Huron. I've always referenced it as Huron because that's what people know it as, but I'm going to start referring to it as the Wyandotte because that's what it is. Then it's the Blackfoot and the Cherokee. So you can turn this off.
And mine's just the Lakota. Probably can't see it. Probably too bright. You'll see it when it's darker.
There.
And I finished. Well, not really finished. I still have to do the lining on the inside, but
So you guys get an early reveal. Asshole.
I'm not quite finished yet, but yeah, I didn't really want to color anymore tonight, so I'd rather tattoo than anything. But I don't have my tattoo guns no more.
So I took a calligraphy tip and I glued the needle right onto it.
So I do that.
Still has to dry. A few more minutes.
I'm just gonna put this in the soda bag for right now, just to keep it safe.
And then I'm going to take a little bit of thread.
That was just a whole lot of boobs. It sure was. When I leaned back to grab my I had to grab my sketch pad, and I saw myself in the chat. Yeah. So, pretty much rough drafting. These are the symbols that he's going to be using. The star is Cherokee, the 7-point star for the 7 nations, or the.
I don't know the actual history. I haven't. Remember, Cherokee is one of the ones that I least identify with.
It's because you have the least amount of it.
Yeah. So.
The one on top is the Iroquois. These 2 symbols at the bottom, the 2 arrows, one down, one up. That's the
one that's facing down is the Wyandotte. The one that's facing up is the Blackfoot.
Howdy, Frontier. How's it going, Heath?
How's it going, Heath?
And these little lines right here, that's what mine's gonna be. Super simple, super easy, and it still tells a lot of history with my heritage. So, I like it.
So what I'm doing here is right at the tip. Hey, 252. Didn't even see you pop in.
Oh, I said, hey.
I think I might have skimmed over his name thinking he was somebody else when I was looking at it. I might not have recognized that it was 252. 252 local fishing.
Yeah, official local.
252. Yeah, I always flip his name backwards.
He's the one who said, "How are you doing the tattoo, chicken coat?"
Oh. See, I answered it. I didn't read the name. No, absolutely.
No,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Thank you for asking. We definitely appreciate you asking. Many people don't. So,
well, I mean, if you're sharing us out,
yeah.
that's advertisement for me. If you're sharing your link on here, that's growth for you. That's what it's about. I don't care either way.
Yeah. This is the community that we're building. It's what we want everyone to be comfortable doing. Now, writing on myself is easy.
My skin doesn't like to take pen ink.
Grey Wolf!
Grey Wolf, how's it going? How you doing, Cliff?
When are you gonna come visit?
Yeah, when are you gonna hang out, bro?
Slacker.
So my hand didn't split open today.
It won't stop dripping on me.
And I'm gonna be using the calligraphy pen.
Thanks for sharing links, Grey Wolf. Appreciate it. That's what I have to do, so I appreciate it. So he's gonna do his first, see how it reacts.
So because I've already had tattoos done by really shitty people with really bad ink, and you see this bluing right here? That's not the shade. That's not shadow. That's ink underneath my skin in the fat layer because somebody used really crappy ink when they did my tattoo. So definitely make sure when someone's using ink on you that you double check that they're using a high quality ink, because this one, it was shit and totally ruined the tattoo. This one had to be done twice for the same reason. You can see the edging isn't quite clean, and that's because he fucked it up. So I'm going to test this out on myself because I've already got bad ink. So if this ink runs, it's not going to be on her when she kind of has prettier ink.
If the prettier ink in certain places.
Most of your tattoos are of better quality than.
Yeah, they were used with earlier ink.
Thank you. I shared it on your Facebook group too when I was prepping. It's been a while.
Which means it's about to be very interesting. Krabby the Beagle, how's it going?
Krabby.
Hi. That's gone.
And yeah, Facebook sometimes is easier doing lives because obviously you don't need a certain number of people and stuff like that. So, I mean, if that's the route you want to do, it's definitely a good way to gather people, and you can always funnel them towards YouTube.
I could light the candles. Turn on the mirror. Press up. I mean, the light might still have some light in it. Better than, I guess.
Let there be light.
Will you stop it? You. You're being such a shit. And you're only doing it because you know Dad's on a live.
Monster knows it. When I'm on a live, Monster's like, oh, this is when I can interrupt Dad. This is when I can fuck with him. Cool. Asshole.
And it's not an understatement. He really does do all of his weird, goofy little shit while...
The camera's on.
Oh, you shared mine? Oh, thanks, Gray. I don't never share my link. I don't do YouTube like that. The best thing I have on there is my cover song. That's about it. Except for the videos of, you know, all my boys.
That was cold. That was cold.
Sorry, I raindrops.
Went on the back of my neck to my back. Where's this tat at? Oh, I got one on my hand. On my hand it's a cross.
We got
Oh,
tons
Dank
of
over
tattoos.
stink? Hey, Dank?
We have tons of tattoos. We're doing a pick and poke, native tattoo with India ink.
Now, if I wuss out, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I haven't done this in a really long time, so. But I can handle a tattoo just fine. I do things to myself all the time, so.
You can respond to that.
Well, yeah, it's Indian
India.
ink. It's India ink, Indian ink. It's the same thing. It's ink from India, so it is Indian ink. We just had that discussion.
Oh yeah, Tinkerbell? What you planning on getting?
Can you see this?
Uh-huh. They can see you jabbing yourself in your arm.
Where's my food? No.
I didn't see where in the drop. I was just about to ask that, Dink. Were you meaning tummy? I didn't know what you meant by bummy. And yeah, Tinkerbell, we're doing it the native way. This is how our people did it.
Well, they usually use the stick with a
Yeah.
thorn in it, and they would tap it. This is easier to do with one hand.
And yes, Greywolf, thank you for dropping everyone's link. Oh, your bum. I love the conversation that's going on in the chat right now.
I was going to say, make sure you do read off some of it from me.
So, Tinkerbell was talking about getting a tattoo, and she said, I am planning to tattoo my bummy and keep looking to the design. I think there's a language barrier.
Yes, there is a language barrier. But she's got really good English. So.
Yes, Anubis.
Mm.
All we're missing is the tapper. Which is why he's doing it the way he's doing it. So we don't need the tapper. He's using a calligraphy pen of mine that I don't use.
Alright.
Dink. He said, on your bum, huh? Get a W on each cheek.
Wow. But when you do a handstand, it says mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's got a little bit of a flow to it, but it flows in my arm, so it works.
I was gonna say, you never grabbed a cloth or anything. See the problem? That'd work. Remember not to put it on your anything.
And I mean, chlorine water is better than nothing.
And Smoked Out, I'm a tattooist. I tattoo myself. When I get a new gun, I'll be doing the same as well. Again. And thanks, Anubis. Yeah, I love to do calligraphy. I don't know why, but cursive is just a better penmanship for me. Ask him. Actually kind of funny. And this is not really prison style, but it is at the same time.
That's where prison style got it from.
This is, yeah, exactly. This is where prison style got it from. Yes, Tinkerbell. I have a tattoo on my thigh that I did myself. To myself. It was my first time shading too, so I think it looks pretty awesome. Looks a lot better than most of my tattoos that I got from other people, so. Like I said, he's a jack of all trades. I'm kind of the same thing, just in a different aspect. And yes, Anubis, calligraphy is massively beautiful. I just love it. And that's my penmanship, so it's kind of perfect. And you're right, Grey Wolf. It is so sad that schools are not teaching cursive anymore. Not even as a start. Yeah, exactly, Cornfed. Cornfed experience. We did it with guitar strings in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or they would take a cassette player, you take that motor out of it, take it apart.
And no, Dink, it's a single point pen. It's got a needle at the end of it as well. The pen itself does not have anything on it. It's the needle that mostly is doing the work right now.
There we go. Now I'm bleeding. I'm getting it.
And yeah, technically, great Anubis. cigarette ash and water could be used for ink. Yes, technically. If you want infection.
I mean, I'm not like wood ash, charcoal. That'll work as long as it's the right kind of wood. It's technically what this ink is actually made out of.
And Grey Wolf, I'm not surprised. I'm the only one really in my family that can do anything that I do, to be honest.
Well, not this family.
Yeah, not the family I call my family, but my real blood family. Yeah, they don't. I don't have nothing to do with them. That's a whole nother story. So I got dive bombed by a mouse.
All right. I had to go a little more aggressive that time.
Why?
Go.
He's licking a tree in the rain. I don't. Yeah, I have no idea what my dog does. He's something else. Oh yeah, Grey Wolf. I know that.
Oh man, it's just not wanting to go in.
And yeah, Grey Wolf. Yeah, wood ash, not just regular ash.
It's not wanting to go in. I don't get it.
Maybe because of the way you're doing it.
What do you mean?
You
There you go.
Is it, oh wow, Tinkerbell. We don't, yeah, here in the United States, we don't do the home economics in the school curriculum anymore in most schools now. So having it in the Philippines is extraordinarily awesome. Like, I wish they had it in more schools here.
Yeah, dink over stink. Exactly what I was talking about. The Walkmans. Sorry, I'm just catching up on a couple of things in chat. So you can see that it is going in. I thought that I was having an issue trying to get it in. I think I have to be quite a bit more patient with it because it's every third or fourth one is actually going in.
Keep getting
I don't know what's going on in the chat, baby.
I'm getting it. Just a second. Trying to figure out why my candle won't light up. And I keep getting drenched. Anubis, do you mean thorn? You said you got it right. And you mean they use just a small thorn in traditionalist tribes?
Thorn.
I thought it was thorn. Right. And Tinkerbell said we have a famous very old lady in the Philippines doing that manual tattoo. They call the lady Wang Ood. Did I say that right? Wang Ood? Ood?
Wang Ood.
I mean, Anubis said I hate typing.
Oh, good. I feel ya.
Yeah.
Trying to make sure this kind of stays in view the whole time.
Alright, Dink.
You
He
take it
said,
off?
yeah, he said, be back in a bit. Gonna go vacuum the pool.
Alrighty, Dank. Nice dinker, you dink. I didn't say it when he came in.
Hey, Evan.
Stadler?
Yep.
Hey, Evan, how's it going?
And the only Evans that come in, really, that I've seen, at least.
There's
And
another one, too.
Anubis said, y'all good, yes?
Yeah, we're good. What do you mean?
Did you mean you hate typing like you wanted to come up on panel?
The link is tagged.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pinned up at the top of the chat. If anybody wants to come up on panel, I can conversate with you easier.
He said, oh, I may. I mean, it's there.
And thank you for that shout out video. I know you saw my comment. You gave it a heart.
That was awesome. He showed me that, and I was like, aw, that's so cool and sweet.
Okay.
He said, I just hate typing, but I always ask how y'all doing. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It's nice of you. Y'all were a complete awesome sauce to me, so I had to make a vid. And Evan Taylor said, what is the tattoo?
It is going to be, you can show them the drawing. It's going to be, I'm working on the Iroquois flag, the Iroquois coalition flag. Everybody calls it Confederacy, but it's not.
It
coalition.
is not. Okay, so what he is doing, sorry, I'm going to partially block him for a second. What he is doing is he is doing these symbols right here. This is the Iroquois, 5 nations. These two right here, arrow down is
Wyandotte.
Wyandotte.
Which is the Huron that I reference all the time.
It's just the
It's
original,
the proper name.
the proper name for it. And then the arrow that's pointing up is the Blackfoot. And the 7-point star is Cherokee. Mine is this one on the bottom. I am Lakota. I'm Lakota, so I'm going to be getting that. If it sticks in his skin. If not, other rocks.
The only problem with doing it this way is, A, your skin gets inflamed doing the tiny little pokes. So it pushes it out a lot faster, and you can get a lot more surface bleeds. And then that dilutes the ink, and eventually it looks like you're still working on it, and you still got a puddle of ink sitting there, but really it's 90% blood, and it's just black because it got a little bit of ink on it. But it's not going to stick into your skin like that.
To be honest, if you're not bleeding, the ink's not going to stick, period.
Yeah, but if you bleed too much, that's when it dilutes the ink on this thing, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. Evan said, very cool, and Grey Wolf said, I have some Seneca in me, but I don't know just how much.
Well, I'm not the government. You don't need to have an X amount of percentage to hang out with me.
You don't need to have anything.
No, I'm just
come
making
hang
a joke.
out.
I hate when people ask me, oh, are you registered? No, I don't need the U.S. government to recognize that I'm native to know that I'm native. Done the history, done the research.
It's 9, so I'm gonna take them.
Okay. Just one.
Yeah, just one. I'm on antibiotics, guys. Yay.
We went to the dentist today. Yeah. And that's a whole nother shitstorm.
Sorry, y'all. I don't take meds well. The only reason I know my heritage is because I did a DNA test a long time ago. And I was registered in 2 different states. Because in one state, I did live on the reservation for a little bit. So I had to be registered to live there. And it was nice. It wasn't that bad. Everything's cheaper. Much cheaper. Could pretty much just get about anything. Evan said, I don't have any native. Both sides of my family came from across seas. That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can't be a native. Not the way I say it. Because if you remember back to my explanation video, when I say be a native, that's a mindset. That's your common practices and your habit of when you're in nature. Be one with nature.
And Grabo said, we the people, not we the government. They work for us, not the other way around. It's high time the government learns that. And damn straight. I agree with that. 100%. More than most will know. I don't get into politics or government or anything like that because it's gonna be a shit show. Anytime you put government or politics or religion or anything like that in YouTube, you decrease just about everything you're trying to do.
Unless that's what your channel is.
Unless that's exactly what your channel is. Exactly. Yikes.
It's not the staining that you're looking for, it's that line underneath.
Just put a little on top. Oh, I hate that one. Oh, excuse me. It's Red Bull.
Yeah, your tropical Red Bull.
Yeah. It's gonna suck.
Okay.
Grey Wolf said, I love our country. The government scares me to death. Elizabeth said, "Hey, fam."
How's it going, Elizabeth?
How are you, Elizabeth?
There we go.
It's starting, and the alcohol made the swelling go down quite a bit. That's why I grabbed it.
We'll mess with the fire.
Yeah. Son, can you get out of there?
So that's the way that's looking right now. God, it looks like I just reached over and cut myself open, but yeah. So I'm actually going to go quite a bit more carefully on this next bit. It's going to suck, but I'm like very slowly going to push my way around this line. So I'm going to wear my headlamp, but I'm going to try not to look at you guys so I don't blind you. No, just start throwing chunks in. Don't crumble the sides too much.
That was all middle. I'm also giving myself a sit time. Oh, come on. A bunker punt doesn't work. You got smoke it out?
I didn't notice. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. What? You see, he just keeps going under the branches that are all wet, rubbing himself around.
He's a fucking weirdo, and he loves the cold and he loves the wet. What do you expect? And it looks all sorts of blotchy, but when the swelling goes down, that'll tighten together.
Did you see the part where Anubis said the intricate parts kill me?
Yeah, I haven't seen nothing.
Oh. Brandon Looney Tunes asked, do you do shout out videos?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, man.
It looks rough, but I mean, that's the whole point of it. And you got to figure the way a gun is running, it'll run a few hundred RPM, and I can't exactly go a few hundred RPM. So at any given point where it's making contact with your skin, it goes in and comes out and goes back in 20, 30 times easily at any given point. So which means I have to do the same thing with one needle by hand. And my skin doesn't like ink as it is. This done.
Anubis said, you're doing it right, just missing the tapper, but that's two-handed anyways. And yeah.
Well, this isn't my first one. I've done 2 before.
Elizabeth asked, where did you learn this?
I practiced it when I was 15.
And I learned this when I was young. I never did it to myself, really. The one I did didn't stick around at all, so I didn't think I did it right. Also did it the real jail way. I did it with a pen. Nuba said, I learned from being nomadic. Love that. Elizabeth said, cool.
Sure.
I do like that, yeah. It is starting to look real nice.
It does look rough, but like I said, that's...
The swelling will have to come down for it to not look...
When it's all sorts of splotchy, but when the swelling comes down, my skin will pull back together, and the lines will be dark. Like I said, this one really inflames your skin.
Feels like I almost waited too
If I didn't wait too long, it's not like a pain pill.
long.
It's going to take a whole week for you to actually be done with it. Feel the
I did tell you earlier.
I know.
It doesn't take because I don't take antibiotics. I can't. Because there's only certain ones that I can actually have. And Ava said it's arduous, but it still looks proper.
I can't really think of the definition for arduous right now. I know the word and I could use it in a sentence, but right now I can't tell you what it means. Could you help me out?
Go on. You look my food.
Nose in my hammock.
Just has face in it.
You know better than that.
Would you be a good boy and come lay down?
Preacher's like, oh, good boy. You must be talking about me, right, man?
You're soaking wet, you know.
Yes, I love it.
I know you do. Yeah, really. Yes, Grey Wolf, it is a long, drawn-out task.
It makes it much more fulfilling, though, when you get done with it and you're like, I put each one of those little dots there.
Noses don't feel it. And it said just means difficult, tiring.
Ah,
That's what I thought, but I didn't want to.
yeah, I couldn't
I
think
didn't
of
want to
it.
sound improper.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't want to sound stupid. And like it says in the description, obviously, I probably should have said this at the beginning. But don't try this at home. Be safe. Keep things sterile. And go to a professional.
Grey Wolf said that too, brother Anubis. Anubis said no one's wrong. Grey Wolf said it also means
See, I love when people come in here and they drop knowledge, information, intelligence. It's nice.
He
Look
says
at
it's
my
nice, so
lines.
he's not the smartest one in here. Or the only smart one in here. I like that. The lines are coming out nice.
I just got to get past the first initial bleed, and then it'll take it. So I do my outline so I can get the
blood.
Yeah.
I got the fire up. And
Yeah, I see it
fucked
at the
up
corner
quite
of
a
my
bit.
eye.
So. Got to pull my clothesline myself on Preacher's Run, but pretty
He's
normal.
good for that.
What is Rainbow said, I drop knowledge when I know it. LOL.
It's the only time you should be dropping it. What was it? I think it was Anubis said that the other day.
I think so, yeah. Or it was D-Man.
Yeah, one of them we're talking about pretty much only speaking when you know what you're talking about. And that's what kills me the most, when people are talking to me or dealing with me and they don't believe that I actually know what I'm talking about, and they just see a younger dude, usually when I'm dealing with someone older, and I don't know nothing about life. I don't know nothing about this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I must be full of shit. Woo! That was a tendon. It's the same thing that happens when you're doing an actual tattoo with a gun.
Yeah, I know. I believe in it.
Oh yeah, trust me, especially when you have a heavy-handed fucking asshole doing your tattoo and he wants to dig into your goddamn arm. I've had some bad tattoos, mainly one.
We're not gonna name names right now.
They know who they are.
Yeah. Ingrid will say if I don't know it, research it.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he does. That's like all he does. He'll research it and research it, research it, and depict the research until he gets the perfect research. And it's pretty much, yeah. You, Grey Wolf, and Anubis.
There's the first two squares. Yes, Brandon, I said that earlier. I do shout-out videos. When people are great members, great community members, they contribute, they comment, and they're involved, and they help people grow together. You contribute to the community, you get featured on the community.
Capricorn? I don't know, Elizabeth. I don't think we know anyone that's a Capricorn off the top of our heads. He's a Leo and I'm a Scorpio.
And I would have been born a Scorpio if I wasn't premature.
Yeah.
I am definitely a Leo.
That's cool, Brandon. It's good that you have 678 subs now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's always good to grow. I just
Definitely.
broke 1,300, and that's super exciting. I know I was stoked when I hit 500, and I was like, woo, yeah, 500, man. I sat there just playing with my community tab the whole time.
You're right, Elizabeth. Now we do. She said, I'm a Capricorn. Now you know someone.
There we go. Get your big head out of here.
He hasn't. He sees what you're doing.
No, he sees the flashing light, and he's like, oh, Dad, flash.
His monster's eyes are very sensitive, and we have noticed over the past couple months that I'm pretty sure he's quite nearsighted as well. He does this thing when there's all these lights around, and
he's very photosensitive.
yeah. And that's awesome, Grey Wolf. You're over 330? Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, of course you can, Anubis. He said, can I click the link to chat in a moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I already told you could.
And anybody who wants to drop links for anybody else, anybody who isn't a mod can drop a link, or anybody who is a mod can drop a link for anyone who isn't, to help them grow and help them move around. I know a lot of you are mods because that's how I do.
Yes, I'm a mod. And
but
yes,
she's focused on the
sometimes.
chat for me.
Yeah.
So
that's what I do because he doesn't always look up, and it's not always as easy to look up.
I appreciate that,
Especially
Anubis. And plus, it's nice to have a little bit of a warning rather than just have a little red dot sitting on my screen this whole time and I don't know what's going on because I'm not looking up at it. It's nice to be like, hey, I'm coming, and then I can look for you.
Hell yeah, Grey Wolf. I want to see that hot pink beard. Yeah.
That's what a lot of those guys are doing when they hit a certain threshold. They'll
Yeah.
dye their beard.
Yeah.
Big Matt did his purple. Rustic Outdoors.
When you get monetized, I'm doing yours bright blue.
I ain't got enough to dye.
Oh, you got plenty of dye. But I don't have to do just your beard.
I know what to do.
Grayling said, I know that. I dropped everyone's link. Yes, you did. Thank you. We definitely appreciate that.
I know what I can do, baby.
Huh?
I can.
Oh, the chain. The chain. Oh.
No.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Only so that we rate it.
But I'm gonna do it for patrons. Once I hit a certain number of patrons or a certain goal on my Patreon page, I will shave the mohawk. Exactly. I love that. I love that you do that. You're always helping people out, the new growers and everything else. All right. So we're gonna chat and hang out for a minute. My neck is hurting being bent over.
And he won't let me do it.
No.
He can't handle pain when I do it.
I can do almost anything to myself, evidently, without pain. But she pops a zit on my shoulder, and that feels like I'm going through the third round of torture for the day. And I'm ready to fucking give up and tap out like a motherfucker because I don't know why that hurts. But I can sit here and stab the shit out of myself, almost cut my goddamn fingers off, and I don't even flinch.
I think it's absolutely funny because, like, I don't have to do anything and it hurts him, kind of thing. But he'll do it to himself right afterwards, and it'll do nothing. But it's the same for me because when he's trying to pop his head or trying to fucking ingrown hair or anything, really.
Pop a joint back into place because your shoulders out of place.
Pop a joint back into place because my shoulders just roll out on their own because that's what they do now. And it hurts so much more when he's doing it than when I do it.
Well, I mean,
it's just crazy.
I see you, Anubis. Give me a second. Why can I not get this angle? So it looks super rough. No, it's way too low. There you go.
No, it's coming out good from my perspective.
If you can't hear us, it's because of the rain. And yes, Elizabeth, work as a team, always.
No, I had to turn it off.
Well, we are.
Station as well.
Oh man, we're in the middle of rain, so I don't even know if you guys can really hear us that well, but I really can't hear you, Anubis.
Sapphire! Hi, girl.
Bring your mic closer to your mouth.
Oh, I can hear you just fine. Let me see.
Your mic? Bring it closer to your mouth. Your mic.
As soon as I can find the thing, let me see if I can hook it up.
You should have a mic on your headphones there. Tilt your mic forward.
Yeah. No, I got the mic. I just don't have the there we go. Hold on.
I could hear you as soon as you flipped it forward.
All right. Can you hear me now? All right, there it is.
I don't know.
There it is. There it is. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I apologize. I usually don't hook it in. No, I had to pause everything because I got you playing on my PlayStation and I got you playing on the homie's PC and I got you playing on my cell. So I had to cut all that off so I could be able to hear y'all perfectly.
He said he's got it on his PC, on his PlayStation, and on his phone, so he had to cut all of it off so he could actually hear what you were saying. I can hear you if I lean forward, so she can't. So I just translate.
Oh yeah, no, I don't talk very loud either. Like I'm real soft spoken. I can't help that.
And I'm sure you're coming through clear, but we have a lot of noise from the rain hitting the tarp, so I can't hear my phone speaker. But she just said that you sound better now. So they can hear you. That's all that matters, as long as I can get what you're saying.
How you doing, Elizabeth Rojas? It's funny. That's my daughter's name too, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Sapphire. Super stereo.
Oh no, I was just trying to keep it at a reasonable level.
That's the real surround sound.
Because I can't stand the sound of my voice, so putting other people through it, I don't wish that on nobody. But I was telling you that you're doing a good job on there, and your tattoo is coming in nice. And I get it. I mean, of course, your girl doing it to you is going to hurt more than you doing it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's going to. She can be as gentle as possible, but it's not your hand. That's the way it is.
Yeah, he's talking about how, doing it to yourself is your own hand. It's not a big deal, but you doing it to me, it's gonna hurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to take a break from.
He's got to get the speaker because I'm half deaf and I can't hear anything.
Oh, I feel bad. Here I am. I'm up here trying to make sure that everything's coming in audibly.
This is a rain on the tarp, so it's can't hear anything.
Oh, I hear y'all fine. I'm trying to make sure y'all can hear me. Oh, thank you, Grey Wolf. And then you got to take a break from the tattooing. I mean, even the people that do it in Nepal and in New Guinea, they don't just sit there and stay there for the whole 12 hours. I mean, that's nerve-wracking. You're doing a good job on it, and she did an excellent job on your quill.
All right, can you still? Okay. My sound is still coming through, and we should be able to hear you.
I hear you beautifully. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, you can.
We each got an ear on you now.
Good. Yeah. Now earlier I was streaming and then I saw AAP was on, so I had to send people over there. And then right when I was about to leave, Ginger Paranormal came on, and I felt bad about that. And then when she came on, we were talking, but then one stoner came on. I had to go support her. I was just running around like nuts today.
Yeah, I didn't get the notification for AAP. I saw it like 45 minutes after it ended. I was like, what the fuck, man? So I went back in. I turned on all notifications.
Yeah. Well, even if you got them on, I don't know. I think sometimes this page just puts us in jail, like whether you want to do it or not.
Oh, that was a while ago before I even started. But yeah, sometimes they don't get the notifications. And if you put out more than 3 things, like if I do a short, a video, and a post, they'll get those 3 notifications. But then if I do anything more that day, they won't get those. YouTube will only send you 3 notifications per person if you don't have all notifications on. And even then, sometimes they shorten it just because they don't want 5, 6, 7, 8 notifications from the same creator on one person's thing. They want to spread it.
No, I totally get that. I mean, I have to run literally through my subs list just to see who's got anything going on, just to make sure I'm not missing anybody.
Hey, at least with me, pretty much every day. Just check my channel every day. There'll be something new.
Me too. I shoot shorts. I do stream. Same old deal. Except, like I told him before, if you're looking for something profound, intellectual thinking, or you're looking for hints and tips and tricks, you came to the wrong place. If you're looking for nonsensical nonsense, welcome. That's all. Yeah. That's on my end, though.
Hey, but there's a market for that. There's a niche for that. There's people that want to see that. So, I mean, sometimes you need to have that. I just want to sit and bullshit. I don't want to have to, you know, work the mind kind of thing. There are a lot of people just like that chill out, zone out, don't have to actually think, just bullshit.
Yeah, I like plugging other people's channels. I mean, that's how I've always done. Like I plugged y'all, I plugged everybody because I want to see everybody win.
Okay.
I don't really care if I get followers or not. As long as the people that I'm following are going up, then I can say, yeah, I was with them from the beginning.
Yeah, fucking goddamn bacon. Someone say nonsense, my ears are burning. For once, we weren't talking about you.
Nah, but I had to come on in because I hate typing. Every time I do, I sit up here, I'm like, that's not what I said. That's not what I wrote.
The win.
Then it looks like I can't spell.
No, I get it. I mess up all the time. Like I said, I got banned from a channel for a typo. That shit got sorted out, but that autocorrect and those typos, that should be real.
Oh, yeah,
on,
I got
D-Man?
put on a timeout. And all I was doing was throwing props, and they were just like, "Oh crap! I was trying to look up your channel, and I accidentally did that." I'm like, "Wow, how you doing, D-Man?" D-Man is D-Man. I mean, there ain't no other way to put it.
Thank you, Cliff, for sharing bacon. Yep.
But I just, I thought I'd chime in and say what's up. You had the link up there, so I was like, "Mind if I come through for a sec? Just want to say hi."
Oh yeah.
Been watching you work that arm out, and like I said, it's of course when it's all swollen, it's gonna look weird, and once it heals, it's gonna look great. That's how it goes.
Yeah, I've got one that I still need to cover. It's on my calf. I was a dumbass when I was 15, and I put a girl's initials on my leg, but wasn't even dating her. I was just trying to date her. I fucking had one of those times.
Every dude that ever existed has a stupid story involving a chick. Trust.
Oh yeah.
In fact,
Yeah,
if you
bacon.
find one that don't, I'd be like, you can't blame that on being gay, sir, because even a gay dude has a stupid story involving a chick.
Yep. That's usually how they figure out that they are gay. But then
They
underneath
still
this one,
tattoo. That's
underneath
my favorite
this one,
actually.
I had a cross right here. It was for my mom, but it was sideways, and every time I took my shirt off, people were like, "Why you got an X on your chest?" So I had my ex do this for my mom, and it's the grand paw, is what I call it. The grand paw.
Yeah. No,
And
that
then,
was
of
actually
course,
my favorite. I remember seeing that on one of your live streams. I'm like,
the
that's
phoenix.
sick. I like that one too. Rising from the ashes.
Yep. And that's kind of what it was. It was the bear paw represents my mom. She passed away when I was 15. And the phoenix is carrying her onward. So that's kind of the symbolism. And then I've got my spider. I've got my wolf. This is just a design. It's just a design. It's not really an actual thing.
And
then I have my scorpion. And my dragon.
Yeah. But the thing that you said is just the design is not a thing. Even the most meaningless seeming thing has the most meaning in it.
Oh yeah.
A lot of stuff I'd be like, I was just bullshit and turned out to be one of the best songs I ever wrote. It's just weird.
This is for my best friend in Oklahoma. We fell out of contact, but she was there for me. She was the only one that was talking to me during a really dark time in my life. So I gave her the nickname Shine, for Moonshine, because she was my shining light in the darkness. She was my best friend. I'm really upset that we fell off, but I had a bad ex, the one that knocked out my teeth. If it had a vagina, I was not allowed to know it. So,
well, I bet that if it really came down to it and you really needed her, I'm sure that she would probably at least pick up the phone for you. Maybe. I don't really know. But true friends are true friends. Like, I fell off with my best friend. We fist fought and tried to kill each other, but I can still call her. I called her when my mom passed.
Yeah. Shit, some of my best friends started out with a brawl. Fucking beat their ass, and then we end up being best friends.
This is true. Hold on one second. I don't mean to interrupt you. I I'm always open to a tarot, Elizabeth. I'm into the
Yeah, and
tarots.
you can go ahead, Elizabeth. I've got to try to fix something with the tarp, see why it's leaking on us. It keeps spraying the way. So while you're doing that, I'll mute myself so you can enjoy the tarot.
You don't have to mute yourself. I mean, I appreciate.
I'm doing shit and talking, so I didn't want to mess up while you're trying to talk to her and stuff.
No,
So,
I feel this like this is your spot, though. I mean, I was just in here. I was, I
I
know
do
how
this
that
for
was.
I do this for my guests all the time. If I need to do something and they're hanging out, they can hang out with the chat. I mute myself so you guys don't get distracted.
That's cool. Sorry, just sipping the agua. Yeah, Miss Rojas, I'm always open for tarot. I've always been open to many mediums. Unless, of course, it spells my imminent doom, then just don't even bother to tell me. And you'd be like, oh, these cards aren't working right today. And I'd be like, all right, that's cool. I'll stick with my delusion. That's the way it works, GD Bacon. That is the way it works. Your best friend, you're going to fight to a standstill. But you know what? If they weren't your best friend, would you bother fighting them? Anyone else, I think you just either walk away from or just flat out take out of existence. Me? Yeah. I always do. I'm always trying to take care of everybody. How you doing, Sapphire, Diamonds, and Pearls? Oh, sorry, Sapphire, Diamonds, Pearls. I shouldn't have thrown that and in there. I apologize. I'm real awkward on cam unless I'm like playing video games or something, which is why my hands keep moving. I keep drinking my water. Plus, I really hate this white t-shirt. I normally don't dress like this. Don't ever doubt the mediums. But, it's easy to be a skeptic and a cynic. It's harder to have faith. And I do the hard thing because anything that came easy to me didn't mean nothing. I'm good as well, Sapphire, if you're talking to me.
Sorry, everybody, we're back. I was going
Welcome back.
To the chat. I'm
listening. Terrible at hosting.
No, you were doing good. You're doing good, bro. You kept the conversation going. You were interacting with the chat. You were doing good. You're fine.
Close. I'm working hard to be able to help the people around me. Like I said, I don't like when I want to see people win, Elizabeth. I want people to win, period. Everybody around me winning, I don't gotta win because as long as my circle's improving, then I've improved personally. And that's usually been me and my mom's downfall. I mean, we spend our time caring, trying to help other people. And sometimes they hurt us or they screw us, but we still keep doing it. But you know what? Neither of us had any regrets about any of that.
You can't stop helping people just because somebody takes advantage of that. Because for every person that takes advantage of it, there's a dozen people that genuinely need your help.
Exactly. And I never did it for the recognition. I've disappeared from the people I've helped. They came and tracked me down. It was weird. It's like, oh, you don't know what you did. I'm like, I don't know what I did because it didn't matter to me. I just thought that the person needed something. Gray Wolf, yeah, that's good stuff, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No, my head never stays down, Sapphire. It never stays down. But the problem is that's why I don't do reaction videos or like how people go, let me show you this wacky dacky. I look the same. I'm like, I'm ecstatic. I'm sad. I'm crying. I look the same regardless.
That's my problem too. I emote very little unless I actually make a point in doing so, and then sometimes it feels fake.
Like when you're passionate about, like, it's funny because you won't react to things, but when you're explaining something, like, no, you don't understand, you're missing this, and you give all of that there, and then everybody's like, where was this earlier? And then your girl's all mad at you, and then you're like, I still bought you a gift. Okay, I went off on a tangent. I apologize.
No, you're good. I got it.
She's all like, you bought. I'm like, I still bought you a present. Why are you mad? Because I didn't smile and dance for you while I did it. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, see,
I got wasted in a dirty dancing thing. Anyways,
you know, so many people are concerned about the amount of effort you put into something, but really, it's more about the thought than the effort.
this is true. Elizabeth, you're absolutely right on that. Yeah. But the only reason I'm not self-sabotaging anymore is because when I was in my band, I did step back and I didn't say much and I let everything go by the wayside. And that's why my band isn't here today. We went on tour. We were going to be signed, all that good stuff. But I didn't really sabotage. I had other people sabotaging for me. But I get what you're saying because, like I said earlier, I'm very self-conscious.
And, you know, it's a cliche and, you know, it doesn't help much most of the time, but I don't feel that you have much to be self-conscious about because you do have a good voice. You present yourself very well. You have deep thought. And I think you have value to offer to people just on your thoughts and what you have to share. And you should have that confidence to speak your truth.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I mean, that's why I started doing this. That's why I asked if I could come on this. Even though you had invited me before and y'all told me again, for me, I had to get myself mentally right to be like, all right, here I go. To be like, nah, I can do this.
He does the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing.
The most brilliant people usually tend to do that. And I never trust a person that believes they're the shit. I trust the person that doesn't think that they are because they usually are the shit. Like the best rappers I've ever seen were the ones that didn't know they were great.
You know, it's like,
he does have a YouTube channel.
You know, it's like what we were talking about yesterday. That humble authority. Mm-hmm. If you truly have the mental authority, the I don't want to say superiority, but if you yourself are at a higher standing, either intellectually or whatever else, you don't need to announce that you are.
Exactly. You asked me, Grey Wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, you can join up.
Yeah, no,
I don't mind having a couple of people.
We just started now.
No, that's absolutely cool. Everyone. I was just I only stayed on for two reasons. One, I was talking to Modern Native because we were sitting there engaging, and Elizabeth was giving me my tarot reading, and I didn't just want to cut off the cam without properly acquiescing.
You can stay out.
Yeah, you can stay out and hang out. My thing is, I don't want 6 people up on panel. 3, 4, and that's him. Yeah, always look for that authenticated by YouTube.
How you doing, Grey Wolf?
Hey, what's up, brother?
I'm chilling.
Here you go.
We're seeing you up there giving out props. I had to give it out too.
Hey.
My headphones.
Sorry, I'm making you guys small.
I give props for props are due, brother.
So do I. And I snuck on your page before I got on here, so you know I was enjoying it. I always check out everybody. That's what my video game has become, is just me talking about other people while I get my butt kicked.
Yeah, Nubis, I miss your video every time. Like, right as you end, I'm clicking on it. And then it starts me back to the beginning. I was like, that motherfucker was live 10 seconds ago.
But for me, no, here's the funny part of that. I got off because I'm like, oh, crap, Modern Native about to come on. Let me go show up. Like, first I said, oh, One Stoner's on. And then I said, Modern Native's on. Because like I told you before, I don't like to step on nobody's toes. So I try to make sure that I give everybody the proper attention. Or if I'm going to stay on, I'm like, what are you doing here? Take your butt over there. That's what I do.
I definitely appreciate that. I love that community building.
when I'm live and I know somebody else is going live in my community, I'll tell everybody go over there and do a Grey Wolf raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
At
haven't
least you
been
tell
raided
that.
yet.
I'm just like, what are you doing here? Modern Native is doing interesting stuff. You stay here long enough, it's just gonna be me planting there.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
See, I
I
love
still
getting
think-
involved in the raids and being on a raid and joining in on
Yep.
that. I can't wait to see that up my chat. Raid. I can't wait to
you
see
will.
that.
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna shit myself one day.
Thank you, Sapphire Diamonds Pro. Yeah, that's why as soon as I got done like on here yesterday and I went on to Ginger Paranormal and she had me on, I was like, this is crazy. So I went ahead and I made that video.
And that was awesome. I definitely appreciated that.
Yeah. My only rule when I make vids is like I always make them. I like making shorts because my phone does 15 seconds. So I'm like, I got to get this out in 15 seconds. If I do a live stream, then I talk more about it and I go in depth. But for the most part, I made my page for the same reason that y'all did, to educate. But for me, I'm like, you got enough going on in your lives. Come here and forget about it. Just forget. Let it go for a sec. Not forever, but take it from 100 down to 99 and we're good.
Yeah, just a nice little escape. Take your foot off the fucking gas and just chill out, coast.
Exactly.
I mean, there's times I have to take a break from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually had people in my YouTube family send me emails and stuff and messages on Facebook. Where are you at? We're worried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's true. It's weird too because people are like, "Can I hit you up on Twitter and Instagram?"
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't have Twitter. I have an Instagram, but I only really have it so that people can direct message me. I don't really be on there. So, you're not going to catch me. I'm just not into social media.
I have Instagram, but I really don't know how to use it. I got a new phone, so I don't know my password to get back to Instagram. And I have
don't bother.
I do TikTok, but I can't remember the password to get into my TikTok because I got a new phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mostly just make stuff here. Like, that's it.
Yep.
I make here quick videos. And it was just weird because I said before, I'm like, if they keep this up, I'll end up having a community. Then I got to post on tabs with just me plugging everybody.
Yep.
Which is cool. I don't need Twitter and all that. Because every time I go on Twitter, all I see is a bunch of negative people talking negative stuff and with so-called receipts, but it's like they're digitized.
Yep.
I can't buy that.
I'm to the point where I hardly get on Facebook.
It doesn't make sense to these days.
Before I go to bed at night, I'll go and check my stuff on Facebook, but that's about it. I'm always on YouTube more.
Yeah, same here. And it's a little bit easier to manage. And I was thinking about if I got more subs, but I like not having them because at least this way, anybody comes on to my streams and whatnot, or anybody that comments, I'm able to respond to them immediately. There's not hundreds of people. They're not a number to me. These people matter.
Oh, it gets tough, bro. I've got 30, 40 people who comment on every single video just about, and I respond to every comment I get. And I'm sitting there constantly refreshing my studio to comments that I haven't responded to yet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no, I missed a couple. I made a video about that, about missing comments and people mad at me talking about, I spoke to you, and I went, you did? And I've tried to refresh and look for it, and YouTube deleted it even though it wasn't even there for 10 days.
Make sure you go into your studio. If you go into your studio, under the comments section, you can go up and filter to comments I haven't responded to, and then always double check the ones that say held for review. If someone cursed, or even if they ended a sentence and didn't put a space before the next one, that can make it show up as a link, and YouTube will sometimes block that comment.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. You're totally right. But how you doing, Grey Wolf?
I'm doing great. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I always ask twice because whenever you ask somebody, the first time they'll just go, fine. Then the second time, like, my wife, this and that. You always ask twice.
Because you usually get honesty the second time.
Yeah. You get the proper answer or the dick, or then you get the real.
I'm doing great. I'm blessed. I got all, I got Native. He's he's like my brother. And
Heck yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
Mrs. Native's my sister-in-law then.
Yeah,
And now I got a new brother in Anubis.
I'm proud. I only got one problem with y'all. Like I told them before, I'm tired of all y'all making this fire content that I got to keep up with. Aim for some mediocrity so I don't got to work as hard. That's all I'm saying. Suck a little, not a lot. Don't give up your integrity, but just a little, so you can be like, I can miss that one.
Well, that's like my favorite video that Native did was where he jumped in the water in the winter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
my,
not up to doing
Frozen
that
Survival
yet.
Challenge.
Yes,
Yeah, no, I
I'm
wouldn't
not
have
up.
done that either.
I'm not up to doing that yet. That's not saying I won't, but I want to do the polar bear plunge.
I'd like.
I mean, that's
to,
pretty
but
much
I
the
like my
same
nuts
thing.
Where they're at.
Yeah,
I like them where they're at, and I don't feel like searching through my intestines to find them again. Y'all are great. You can call me a pansy if you want to. I'm just going to take that L. I can take that L.
yep.
How you doing, Vanessa Kitty?
Hey, Vanessa Kitty.
I was waiting to say anything because I didn't want to interrupt everyone. There's been like a whole conversation in chat that I haven't been
I
able to reply
apologize,
to.
Frontier Survival. I just saw that comment. I was looking at the camera too, trying to hit him up there.
Yeah, and it's good
Yeah,
practice
modern
for you
native-
talking to the camera.
Heath, Modern Native usually does good live streams.
No, they're always good, which is why I said
Oh, yeah.
aim for some mediocrity. Not a lot, but every now and then phone it in. That's all I'm saying. Don't work as hard, you bastard. Just
I mean,
so
that's
can
why
be like,
sometimes I just throw on the hangout and chat things. I'm like, well, I don't have to
Exactly.
really do much. People ain't going to really, if people want to hang out, they'll hang out. If not, fuck it. I'll just sit
if
here
I
and
could
throw
throw
a
you
couple
the
hours
middle
on here.
finger, I would.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you the wrong finger because even that's interesting. So how dare you sell yourself short? You do good stuff here. And the only kind of trolling I do, like I told you before, if I'm gonna troll somebody, I'm gonna do nothing but throw out compliments. But I also mean everything I say. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even get on this camera. I wouldn't be nervous. But I like y'all. I like what y'all are doing here. I like the people in your chat.
Oh, yeah, I got a nice group building up.
Yeah,
I got a nice, loyal.
Bacon jumping in water and cold water like that is actually healthy for you.
Yeah, it's good
it
for
is
your heart and your
totally
nerves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But I like my balls where they're at. That's the only reason why I don't do
Yeah.
that. Plus, I'm from Chicago. I'm used to already being frozen solid. I
Yep.
used to have a bucket of salt next to my door, so I don't need it.
Oh man, I was in Chicago when I took the bus trip to Washington, and on the way back when I came back to New York, I stayed at a brothel.
Ooh,
Or not a brothel, my bad. A hostel. I fucked that word up.
yeah.
It was a hostel 5-6 blocks from the Greyhound station down there in Chi-Town.
Yeah, you were probably near the North Pier.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
That
North
was,
Pier and the Navy Pier, like near there is where they got the hostels at. But it's a different kind of code because everything jet streams there.
Yeah,
Like if
it
the
was
wind's
so
blowing
windy
at
and so
40,
cold.
it's
That shit
60.
was crazy.
Yeah, you get knocked over by it.
Hey,
Oh
thank you
yeah,
for the
went
sub.
outside to smoke. Went outside to smoke a joint with somebody, and fucking that joint damn near froze in my hand. I'm like, this thing is on fire. How's it freezing?
It didn't stick to your lips and rip apart because of the moisture.
Oh, well, I didn't have any moisture on my lips. That shit was
Oh, that was
frostbite when I went out there.
Well, back in Chicago, we have a joke where it's like, you don't get your car jacked. You'll get it stripped, but you'll get jacked. Somebody comes up with a gun in your head, talking about some, get out of the car. You're like, I'll scoot over. You got to drop me off where I'm going.
Yep.
It's about, I'll shoot you. That's the bullet I'm going to take today.
I ain't walking my ass.
Yeah, no. That's why I
Shoot
didn't
me.
believe
I'll get an
Justice
ambulance.
Holmes. Exactly. The point is car to car. I need heat.
Yep.
Is there a lot going on?
So,
in chat?
Anubis, is that where you live? Is Chicago?
No, that's where I'm
Foreskins.
from. I'm a
Oh,
nomad.
okay.
Like I'm currently in the South right now. I'm visiting family because
right.
after my mom passed, I just started traveling.
There you go.
It was bacon, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted
Bacon.
to do the nomadic life, but I got married.
No, you're nomadic. You go wherever she tells you to go. That's nomadic.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to do what she say if you want to keep living. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
After
No,
after
you
I
do live
retire
that-
and the kids,
Great. Cliff, you do live that nomadic life. Because whenever you ask for anything, you get that no automatically.
exactly. No, but when I retire, me and my wife and the kids are out of the house. Me and my wife are thinking about getting a camper and a truck and traveling.
That sounds like fun. Does she really want to go?
Travel
with you, or
your
she
ass
just hope
3
that you
hours
leave
this
without
way.
her?
I thought it was
Is one of
4
those
hours.
things-
No, either which way. You go fast enough, it's 3.
Well, this is true. Yeah, it was me and Native and that are only like 4 hours away from each other.
That's cool. That's cool.
I'm 4 hours south of him and them
Yeah,
in
Southwest.
upstate New York.
Well, I got into nomadic life because when I was touring, like I was always in a different city, so I
Yep.
missed that. Like I would always wake up and have to do a show in a different city, and I just liked it. Southeast Missouri. Oh, wait, you're in Missouri or Missouri? You know there's a difference.
Or is it misery?
Yeah, there's Missouri and Missouri.
I've heard misery too.
Oh yeah, no, they ain't playing out there. It's great. What did they say? Frowning's the state sport.
Yep. That's like Texas. Texas, their state bird is a mosquito.
Oh man, my cord keeps falling out. I'm trying to keep it on because that way I can hear y'all and speak.
I'll be right back.
Elizabeth Rojas.
Don't threaten me.
Thank you. Thank you for the reading, by the way. And he was cool as heck. See, that's what I like here. I like the energy. That's why I come on here. That's why I have to speak up. And if I didn't suffer from cheap bastarditis, I'd go ahead and be on Patreon.
What'd you say?
But I said if I didn't suffer from cheap bastarditis, I'd be on Patreon.
Well, I mean, some of my tiers include merch, so I mean, it kind of pays for itself.
Oh no, I'm not talking about not wanting to pay. I sprinkle broke across the room. Nomadic life is expensive, but I'm working on it though. I'm working on it.
Oh yeah,
it's the next tier. Like I'm starting to get my subs on and everything. Like I'm getting there. And just like I said, this whole year was like one of the worst of my life, and then I got everything finally going into a good keel. That's why I was dumbfounded by a lot of what Elizabeth was saying, because she rang true with what she was talking about.
She usually does. She does pretty good reading.
Oh, yeah. And she wasn't blowing smoke up my keister, which I was happy about.
But foreskins, I am putting the Iroquois flag as a band around my forearm, and actually I am doing it as a reminder to have restraint, because when people put a band around their bicep, it's meant to represent strength. You put a band around your forearm, I am using it as a symbolism to have restraint and self-control.
Closer to the wrist is brotherhood, or just being a warrior. Sometimes justice. It depends on which tribe you're talking about. 13 principles. Long story. Sorry, I got into a tangent again.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Follow that tangent.
Well, like I was saying, there's different places that represents bond, banding, the warrior handshake. Just like the Iroquois flag, and then there was the 13 fires from Hiawatha. Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah, that's actually why I have the 3 symbols here. Because if my right hand is messed up and I go in for that brother shake, that's right where they'll grasp.
Yep. I noticed that. That's the only reason I brought it up.
I figured. Great minds think alike, all that.
Yep. But I also can't help but admire you because sitting there jamming it yourself, like as much as having someone else do it would hurt me, I can't sit there and do it myself just because my hand would get tired. I'd be like, all right, I'm done. It'd be one line and that'd be it.
Well, also consider the fact that I am one-handed anyway the past few
Yeah.
days, and I've been doing everything with this hand, so my hand is already tired.
Exactly. But let me go ahead and jump off here real quick. I'll still be in the chat. I might jump back up, but I got to go run around. I'm getting called real quick.
Alrighty. You're welcome. You know that.
Yeah.
Thanks for
and
hanging out,
like
bro.
I said, I'm still in the room. I'm still in the room, so I don't think I left. All right.
You leaving me? My separation anxiety, man. This is actually coming out nice. It's already pinching together, looking nice. What do you think?
It is looking nice. From what I can see. More glasses than anything.
Oh, Grey Wolf left too. I didn't know if he just muted his thing or not.
Doesn't see anything. I think he had to put up with it.
The large arrow scar?
It is a conscious.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there, Kitty. The arrow scar? Like, I think I know what you're talking about. The arrow tattoo that I've seen, or the arrow brand, depending on which one they're using at that time. But is that what you're talking about?
Scar was needed with his firearm and I think forearm and elbow. Bone was pulverized.
Oh, is she talking about the moves? Sorry, guys. Block your ear.
Sorry for everyone who did not.
Sorry. I tried to give you a warning. So we might end up having a second session where I do yours.
He said, I have a long scar with an arrowhead.
Oh. Sorry, I haven't been able to follow along with the chat too much, so I missed some of the details on that bit, so I didn't quite understand what you were talking about at the time. But I got you now. That's a hell of an interesting scar. Like, I got a couple of good ones, but none that look like anything interesting.
No, you don't have to apologize. I'm not that kind of woman. This is his channel. This is about him. I'm just here.
Like, when I refer to her or I want to get her attention, I just go, woman. What?
That's exactly it.
We're not proper here. I appreciate that you guys want to show respect and everything, but like, don't hurt yourself because you know, didn't say ma'am or please or none of that stuff.
None
Like,
of that is needed, I promise. Yes,
We're-
I'm praised, but that's a whole nother ballgame.
we're all friends here. We're family. No need to be formal.
The only family member I am formal and proper with is great grandmother.
Ah, welcome back. So he was still here. He just turned off his cam and went out of stream.
We were wondering.
I had to go out. I had to go out in the living room. And where did Anubis go?
He popped down for a minute. He's got a couple of things he
Oh.
wants
He's
to
in
do.
chat though.
Yeah, he's still in chat.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, no, I know Anubis, and I understand it. I was Southern raised. No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. I mean, yes, sir. That kind of thing.
That's what. That's why when I refer to a woman, I say like Elizabeth. I say Miss Elizabeth, or
Yeah.
that's. And I was not raised in the South, but I think it's just respect.
Split. I was partially raised up here in the north, and then I was raised in the west and south. So
I'm super stoked about this.
it's kind of a mix that you'll get with me.
So
That's sweet.
can you guys see that decently?
Yep.
And that's cool for us.
When the
kids.
camera focuses on it, yeah,
Camping out
it
again.
really looks. It's looking sweet.
Or are you asking if we are camping out again? Because we camp permanently, so not 100% sure.
That's him saying he's camping out again tonight too, hot in the house, because he said that the other night he was camping out. He was just sitting in the yard because he didn't want to be inside because it was too freaking hot.
Oh, okay.
He was melting.
I got confused. Sorry. My bad.
Three-piece? What am I missing here?
You didn't mean I didn't have to get it to you. I mean, 3-piece suits being
Bacon. That's it, Bacon. If you come up on my panel, I want to see a fucking bow tie. That's right.
Bow tie. I can go get it.
Yeah, I'll even put on my red sexy bow tie. Oh
I
yeah.
love it. I'm not gonna lie.
You love when that's all I wear. Fuck you. It was perfect. I got it for Christmas, and she woke up the next morning, and I was standing in front of her, and I was just wearing the bow tie. Said,
Honey,
I got you
here's your
another
Christmas
present. Yeah, that's what I said. I got you
Oh,
another
yeah.
present.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to know where the bow tie was wrapped around, though.
And his neck.
I didn't want the bow tie to look too small.
Oh, there you go.
What's the crackhead doing?
I don't know. Being a crackhead as usual. He's jumping at things that aren't.
He's probably seeing the flash from this thing down there. Yeah, the slightest thing throws a reflection off of a light source, and he follows it like a goddamn cat. Told him he was a cat in the past life, and he gave me this dirty look. I was like, well.
Hey. Bet you if you took a laser pointer, he'd go after it.
Oh, he would go crazy. He would go nuts.
Completely insane. We can't do laser pointers anymore.
Because then he won't let it go, because he'll hunt for it. Even after the shine
Yep.
is gone, he will hunt for it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's got some focus. He'll sit there for 2 hours just, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm going to find it. Dad, where'd it go? And he'll sit there for 2 hours doing that the whole time. I'm like, God damn, boy. Can't
I
get
like
you to
those
focus on
videos.
me like that.
I like those videos where the dog father would
Yeah.
stand in the doorway with a blanket, pull the blanket down, put the blanket up,
Yep.
drop the blanket, and stand out the door. And the dogs are like, well, what the hell just happened? Where'd he go? I love them videos.
I've been thinking about trying to figure out a way to do that here, but yeah, there's no real way to.
Kind of hard doing that in a tent.
Or out in the open.
Well,
Yeah.
Technically not in that.
And my boys are smart as shit. If I were to like duck and hide behind the tree, they'd sit there and just tilt their head like, Dad, I'm not that
Dad, I
safe."
see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad, I see you, idiot.
And you call me dumb. That's what Monster would do. Monster would just look and go, and you call me dumb.
See, we had a little border collie a couple years ago, and in the wintertime, she would not go outside unless my oldest son picked her up and threw her in the snowbank.
My
It
aunt
was
loves.
it was something that they did.
Nope. My aunt would do that with her corgi. And then eventually he would just run out and dive off the stairs right into the
Yep.
snowbank, and he would just disappear, and you'd see this like lump running through the yard on the snow, looking like tremors. It's a grab
Oh,
away.
I love that. I love that movie.
What?
He keeps cutting out really bad.
It's probably your side because he sounds fine to me. Your headphone might be messed up.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it's this. You sound fine on
Okay.
my side.
For some reason, the right headphone, because I don't wear it in my left. I can't wear
Mm-hmm.
it in my left. So, for some reason, his right headphone is all crackly and staticky and awful.
Yeah, I've been having issues with that. It's the one I use the most, so it's the most worn out. Because I don't like having two headphones in. It reduces my awareness. So I
Yeah.
like to be aware of my surroundings and stuff like that. So I only ever have like one headphone in. And if anybody's wondering, this doesn't hurt. At this point, my arm is numb. I ain't feeling nothing.
When I had the tattoo done on my forearm, I fell asleep twice in the chair.
Yeah, when it comes to certain spots, when I get a tattoo, I'll just relax.
I started snoring, and the guy looked and says, "Are you sleeping?" I said, "Huh?"
I can't. It is a little bit quieter, and I might get away without having headphones.
Now, when I had the outline done on my forearm on the outside, that hurt like hell. But the one I had on the inside of the ones I had on my inside of my forearm, like actually tickled. I can't hear you if you're talking. Damn mosquitoes. Oh, looks like it's a Grey Wolf show for right now. Well, I'm not going anywhere. D-Man, night. Have a good night. Be safe. I had a problem like this about a month or so ago, and I left. Her name's Passion for Art. I accidentally left her up on my panel, and she's like freaking out. Where's who located? Foreskins. Me. I'm in upstate New York, about 4 hours south of Modern Native and Mrs. Native. Thank you, Anubis. I live right between two of the Finger Lakes, Cuca Lake and Seneca Lake. Pretty cool. Within maybe 20 minutes, I can be fishing in either of the two lakes. And I have two small lakes, probably about 5 minutes from me. So, what state is everybody in? Well, take your time. I'm good up here. It's 10:38 here in New York, and it's quite warm here. Although the mosquitoes are bad in the house. We don't have any screens on the windows. Oh, Foreskins, it is great. These two lakes are beautiful. I have a video on my channel of when I was in at Seneca Lake. Oh, Susan, you're in upstate New York. Whereabouts?
Alrighty, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, cool. Hey, Susan, how's it going? She is about she's right around Albany. She had said before. So she's
Oh,
about
okay.
an hour to the side of us there.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Susan, Gray Wolf, he's over by the Finger Lakes. He's not far from the beach. I mean, in relative to New York, it's far, but he's not that far in the grand scheme of things.
I live in Yates County, small town, Dundee, New York. Actually, I live out in the country, but it's still Dundee.
That's
where
right.
I work.
They used to call me Dundee.
Yep.
Said,
where I work at a winery. Right on. I go out. I work in a restaurant. I'm a prep chef. And if I walk out on the deck outside of the restaurant, I got a beautiful view of the Seneca Lake.
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon with the pizza question. Yep.
Everyone always asks the same question about New York. Is it really the best pizza? I'm sorry, I have had better pizza out of New York.
And most of the New York style pizzas, that's not New York style.
Exactly.
No, it's not. I have made
one thing I hate is when people say, "Oh, you're from New York.
What's the
How do you like city life?" No, I'm in the real New York.
I've never been
I was
there.
gonna say, I'm not in your New York. I'm in the real New York. The real world New York. The more majority of New York.
Well, you know how they want to build a wall between Mexico and the United States? We need to build a wall between upstate New York and New York City.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Cut us right off from them.
Blow the bridges and let that motherfucker just float.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. They're good. I can't stand the city.
Hey,
I have
Tay.
lived in, and it made me want to pull my hair out and just start plucking teeth.
And I hate when city people come up in our area. You
Oh,
know
yeah.
it.
And Ting Ting, that's cool that Bacon sent you. Bacon is here.
Yeah, Bacon's here hanging out.
You don't have to.
Welcome in, Ting Ting.
It's like
Hear
Yeah.
about how nowhere else has good pizza because of the water.
Yep. I have heard that certain places make the best pizza because of their water and the minerals and stuff in their water.
Hey Beverly.
It changes the flavor of the dough.
And
Yep.
yes, why we love the country. He
Oh,
put
yeah. Hey, Beverly.
backwoods. You name it. If it's no people, oh, I'm there.
I went to Syracuse last week to do a wedding. 4 hours. The worst 4 hours of my life. I hated
Absolutely.
Syracuse. I hate cities.
But Syracuse is bad because it's a wannabe New York City.
Where I live, my nearest neighbor on each side of me is a half mile.
Yep.
I can go out and shoot my guns out in my backyard and nobody cares.
We mostly have Amish around us, except the little
I
bit
got
of family.
Mennonites.
Yeah, we have Mennonites and Amish.
My neighbor on one side of me, that's a half mile, is a Mennonite. And Mennonites, I tell you, they're great people.
Right. On both sides.
I ran out of gas one time and I walked to a Mennonite house, a Mennonite farm. He got a gas can, put it in the bucket of his tractor, and told me to hop up on the tractor. Took me to my car, put the gas in. I went to hand him money, and he says, "Nope, pay it forward."
They are an awesome people.
Oh yeah,
The average citizen nowadays could learn so much spending a weekend.
oh
with
good
them.
Lord, yes. And if I was ever going to build a house, it'd be the Mennonites building it for me,
Oh, yeah.
because it would be done basically in 2 weeks, fully up, ready to move in, and it'd be done right.
And then you can have them throw a burn in the next afternoon.
Exactly.
He is not stabbing a tat.
I am doing a
Tattooing.
tattoo.
We are native.
You
Ting
are
Ting,
being
they're doing it the old-fashioned native way.
When he came in and said that he was only going to say if Bacon wasn't.
I mean, doesn't
I'm pretty sure Bacon sent him here so he could connect with other people, not so he'd stay with Bacon.
But I mean, that's their
And I'm
prerogative.
sorry, I'm a woman. Yes, I have other opinions and stuff like that. And don't take it really any type of way. It's just
She's abrasive and she's defensive. It happens.
Yes, I am.
She's very defensive over me.
Scary. Yeah. And when I see and hear
Or
stuff
spend
like
your
that,
steroid
it's
on the
like
people
that.
in New York, in the city, controlling the politics.
Yeah, pretty much. Really, it's not the city people. It's corporations that are focused in.
Exactly.
Oh, night, Anubis.
Not an Uber.
It was nice to see you again.
Hey, Anubis. Nice meeting you, brother. Have a good night. Be safe.
Oh, Elizabeth, did you hear the owl in the background? I'm so used to him. I don't even hear him all the
Yeah,
time.
he's very. He likes to present himself very loudly, so we're kind of just used to it at this point. He's
Yeah, he sings every night.
yes, it's so beautiful. I love it.
Love the sound of an owl. That and I'd give anything to hear a loon, a Canadian loon.
Yeah.
I love that sound too.
I mean, we get herons down here.
Oh, we got
And
them here too.
There's lots of wildlife here.
One fire department near me, they had an osprey build a nest on top of their siren pole.
Hey, Paul, how's it going? And sorry to everybody else I didn't say hi to. I saw Smoked Out. How's it going, bro?
Hey, Paul.
Sapphire, I said hi to you a while ago. Tang Tang, thank you. Foreskin, Susan, Beverly, Anita. We got a ton of people hanging out. I definitely appreciate y'all. Sorry, I had to do a midway, hey, yeah.
Hey, there you go.
There's lots of going on in the chat. That's why I'm on the chat and he's doing the video. Just
Yep.
easier.
And apparently everybody is enjoying the tattoo.
Yes. We'll probably be doing mine tomorrow on my channel and his. I told Sapphire I'd probably do a video tomorrow. I've been trying to get back in it. I'm not that kind of.
She's not
I
used
don't
to
think
it.
about
She's not
it.
as confident, and she's not like programmed like I am now. When I'm walking around, I'm like, this would be a good video. Oh, that'd be something good to
Yeah.
put on video. That's nice. I want to capture that, share it with everybody. That's my first thought.
I owe the fact that I'm comfortable enough to come on somebody else's panel and do my own live streams. I owe that to Big Matt.
Yeah.
He got me out of my comfort zone and come up on his panel one time, and that's all it took.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Easy, what's going on?
And this is much different than the tattoo machine. The tattoo machine is obviously a lot of vibration. It actually hurts more than that.
Something like that.
One of these days, I'm going to give myself a native style tattoo like that in that fashion.
All you gotta do is come visit.
Huh?
All you gotta do is come visit.
I know. I kind of thought that's what you said.
Because I'm a tattooist. I tattoo. And I'm actually quite better at tattooing than I am drawing. I'm not saying something because I can draw and color and paint everything else.
See, the one tattoo I got, it's only the outline. It's on my left outside of my forearm. Is a firefighter leprechaun. And see, he did, I don't know if you could see it, the cross.
Oh, hang on.
He did that. And he did, if I can find it, the bull and lab, the Greek word for come take.
Yep.
And then when he did this, I found out he was high on meth, and I didn't know it. But the other two tattoos, he did really good because he wasn't on drugs. So, you can take me off. You know what they say? Good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos aren't good.
Well, I mean, unless you're doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Then
But the other two that he did are awesome. But he wasn't on drugs then.
Yeah. It's definitely the kicker.
And when he went into prison, just before when he came out, he did my cross. His ex-wife got rid of all his tattoo stuff. So me and Mrs. Gray Wolf, we decided, all right, we'll buy you a tattoo kit. Came in a metal type case with all the inks and the machines and everything.
Yeah, and the pedal.
He told us he'd give us unlimited tattoos, and then he started getting into meth, and that's when I ended it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get a tattoo kit because I'm pretty good with a gun, and I know she is. And I have a half body tattoo from this wrist to the same ankle on the same side. One whole half body tattoo. It's going to be one piece.
See, my brother-in-law, he'll never have it finished because the guy that did it passed away. But he's got a jester tattooed on his rib cage. It took 4 people to hold him down. He said it hurt so bad.
Oh, the rib definitely is the most painful spot. That's what got me. I was able to hold it down. I definitely had to take a break in the middle because I had to hold my breath. Because if I breathe, he would stab me harder in the rib. So I would hold my breath with
Yep.
each stint. And oh man, talk about getting lightheaded.
And they say head tattoos are bad too.
I'll never get a head tattoo. Never, 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 never. I don't get anything past the wrist or above the collarbone.
There's one of the prep chefs at work. She's got a number 6 tattooed on her neck, going up by her ear, and she's got, I'm sorry, if I can't cover it with a shirt, collar, or a sleeve, I don't want it.
For him, that's pretty much the same deal. Like, it's at a certain height or
If I'm wearing a long sleeve, it won't be exposed.
Exactly.
It's military standards. I've always made sure I've been to the point where I can still enlist.
I have tattoos everywhere. Neck, the back of my ears, my hands. You name it, I probably got a tattoo there.
My aunt has right on the behind her ear has a flower.
I have a 4-leaf
My
clover on one side and the Batman symbol on the other.
My other brother-in-law, he's got the name of the band Korn tattooed on the back of his neck. Because that's his favorite band.
He's a corn freak.
Hey,
Yep.
hey, I have a Slipknot symbol on my hand right here.
There you go. My brother-in-law that has the jester on his chest, his wife has a 5-finger death punch, brass knuckles tattooed on her.
Oh my god, yes. Just love
And
it.
her Jeep, the spare tire cover, is 5-finger death punch. I always said that when I'm going to get one tattoo and one tattoo only. Yeah. See how that worked out.
Right.
I think they put something in the ink that makes them addictive.
Well, actually, I can explain that. Whether people want to admit it or not, it is the fact of inflicting pain on yourself.
Exactly. Yep.
It's the same reason why people who are cutters end up cutting worse, and more. It's because even if it's a minor amount of damage, it releases endorphins in your brain because your body says, "Oh, I'm in pain." So it sends that pain-killing endorphin around your body, and sometimes release small amounts of adrenaline. People get a high from getting tattoos.
Yeah.
So you do end up getting addicted. But
well, that's looking beautiful.
There we go.
Well, that's like the line from the movie, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
I'd say I love the smell of green soap.
Honestly, yeah, me. I can't help it. That is like one of these amazing smelling.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
No, the green soap.
Sorry,
Like, I
I missed
love
it.
that smell.
That's addicting too.
It is, and I love the smell of gas. So
Yeah. One of these days, my ultimate thing is I want to be able to lay on it like a tattoo table.
Yep.
With my both arms laid out and have one tattoo artist on one side, one tattoo artist on the other doing each arm at the same time.
See,
I always wanted that.
I had a really crazy idea with my half body tattoo. Like I said, it's going to connect from this band around my wrist all the way to my ankle. What I really want, what I thought about doing one time was I was like, oh, what if I hired 4 or 5 artists and had them all do it at once? Like, get the outline, someone start filling in after they're doing the outline, and just 4 hours, and I have a half body tattoo.
Kind of like when they built the Transcontinental Railroad. One team started at one end, the other team started at the other end, and they hoped that it met up at when they got there.
Yep. And that was pretty much the idea. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do much more with this tonight. The swelling is getting too bad. If I try to fuck with this top line here, with how sensitive it is, I'm going to mess up my line. So I'm going to wait for the swelling to go down. For tattoo tomorrow. And if my swelling is down enough, I'll finish it. And anyway.
Are you going to go live when you do her tattoo?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be live on mine.
And
what
my
time?
arrow. Oh, you know us. I'm flying by the seat of my fucking pants, bro.
You'll get the notice before we.
If it's after 4, I'll have to watch. I'll have to watch it on the rerun because I got to work 4 to close tomorrow.
Oh.
But I still will watch it.
I mean, might do it right after you get back from shopping, so you might be able to catch it just beforehand, before he has to go in.
Yeah, we might be.
And I can do hers probably in 20 minutes.
Mine's gonna take maybe 5 minutes.
It's gonna be you getting you stabbing you and realizing that I'm not stabbing too far.
And Beltloop, he saw you. He's just been busy.
Hey, Beltloop, what's up, brother?
Yeah, Beltloop, I saw you. I thought I said hi.
I was talking to you on chat. I'm taking care of the chat for him.
I thought I did respond. Yeah, I saw the sup native. Good to see you.
Gary, I didn't even know you snuck in. How you doing, brother?
And that's all right, easy. I get you're watching 2 different streams, and mostly it's just been me doing my tattoo. Show that off again. I'm really happy how it's coming out.
That's looking sweet.
And when the swelling goes down, you'll see that even though these are kind of spacey, they'll tighten up and they'll get darker.
Oh yeah. They're stretched out because of swelling. Once the swelling goes down, they'll go back.
I'll only stab those that ask for it, I promise.
It's no pain, no pleasure. No pleasure, no pain, that kind of thing. We mean it more in a naughtier term than anything. That's my gist.
Yep.
See, when we get an actual tattoo kit, I'm gonna be in trouble whenever I tattoo her. I just know it.
In Belloop, we understand. Definitely don't get in trouble when you're working.
And yeah, I definitely get it. It's hard to type on the phone.
I can't type. I can listen, but I can't.
Well, on the live streams, especially if he's watching it in full screen, because we have clip up. If he's watching it in full screen, when you go to click it, it brings the keyboard up across your fucking screen, and you see what's going on. And most of the time, you can't even see what you're typing because of the way it sits.
Oh, that rain that kept going down my spine. I kept getting chilled.
Bacon. I'll only stab you if you ask for it. Thanks for clearing that up, LOL. And you can take that as a friendly advisement, or you can take that as a threat. It depends on your personality. I mean,
it depends on how you want to take it. Brother.
If you're gonna stab me with a quill and ink, that's fine. If you're gonna stab me with a knife, I'm not gonna ask.
I'm not gonna stab my precious quill unless they make me.
That's just you shouldn't have tried to catch a sword that you were dropping.
Reflex.
Yeah.
That's I worked in a.
Nope. Oh, I caught it. Yep, caught it.
I worked in a electronics factory. Did soldering. I don't know how many times I tried to catch my soldering iron when I dropped it, and I realized, well, wait a minute.
And that's awesome, Ting Ting. That's what we want. We are growing a tribe. It's a community. It's a family.
Well, Ting Ting,
Exactly.
you're welcome here.
Yes, you're
And
always
if somebody
welcome.
if somebody could drop my link, please go and pick me up, and you're welcome in my lives as well.
Awesome.
Okay.
And Susan, can you let AAP know that I said hi, but I'm doing my tattoo live, and I said hi, showed my support from a distance. I'll go back and I'll watch it. And
Tell AAP I say hi too.
they're an awesome group right there.
Yeah.
AAP channel. I've won 2 packages from them already. I'm waiting to get them delivered. I'm going to do my first mail call open. It's going to be fun.
Well, you got one of these started yet?
No, I haven't gotten stickers from anybody. The only thing I have is a glow in the dark decal from the Swamp Rat.
Oh man. Yeah, I started getting my stickers from people, and I got, I think, 11.
No, it's just Grey Wolf Outdoors, right? Not Grey Wolf Homestead or nothing.
What's that?
Your
Grey
channel
Wolf
name.
Outdoors.
Yep.
Grey Wolf Outdoors Homestead.
Yeah, she got you. She's dropping the link in a second.
Oh, Bacon just dropped it. Thanks, Bacon.
As I was doing it, yeah.
Anyone can go in and check me out and sub to me, and tomorrow I'll try to return the favor. YouTube don't like sub for sub, so
Yeah, and everyone here, Grey Wolf is an awesome dude. He's a great member of the family. Definitely good to have on your channel. So definitely go and show him some support. Thanks, Susan.
Out today? I know, it's Monday, so
Are you kidding me?
Monday. Dentist. Monday.
So Grey Wolf, guess what? Because now we're hanging out and chatting. Went to the dentist today to try to figure out how to get my teeth fixed.
yeah.
Oh man, I have never broken down in public before.
Oh yeah.
I was fighting it because you know the story of my teeth and why they are the way they are. My
Yep.
abuse
Yeah.
knocked my teeth out.
Yep. You told me.
That stopped me from being able to do it a couple of years ago, and I've been trying to get my teeth fixed. Finally have insurance that was supposed to be good, cover everything. But in order for me to go get my teeth fixed, I was able to go to the dentist. Didn't have to pay anything today. It was just that initial startup consultation bullshit. But when they saw my teeth and they realized what was wrong and everything else, and I told them I wanted a full set of implants, they're like, okay, well, the insurance doesn't exactly cover it. Like, you can probably work something out with them. You can try to do a payment plan, this, that, or the other.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to only have a copay up to $35 no matter what the visit. But apparently it was $35 off of the copay.
Oh no.
And to go to the specialist to even figure out like if my jawbone is still viable to have implants, it's going to cost me $80 to do this. And then they're like,
Oh, man.
Just the orthodontist, tell him if he can or cannot.
yeah, and that's not even pulling my teeth. That's not
That's
getting the temporary dentures, and that's not getting the implants. That's just be like, hey, my jaw good?
And his man's doing really great. There's no infection. It's not pussing. It's
Oh yeah,
doing fantastic.
used
I
to
wish I could feel like that.
I used the chainsaw today and it didn't split open. That vibration. But
I was gonna do it. But
I've kept it glued up and everything else, and I don't know. I didn't want to let her use the chainsaw with me,
Yeah.
he's acting like I'm not a tomboy and can't do man shit.
Yeah, but if you slip with that and hurt yourself the first time you're using my new chainsaw, or you hurt
You
my
gonna
chainsaw,
feel some type of way.
I'm gonna feel some type of way. Either way. I'm either gonna feel bad that you got hurt, or I'm pissed that you fucked up my chainsaw.
Get her a pair of saw chaps. That way, if she does slip and goes across her leg or something, it won't cut her.
If I get a pair of chaps, it's gonna be him, and they're gonna be assless.
Oh,
All
jeez.
chaps.
That's a dirty bitch.
And I'm proud of it.
This is why I think it's funny when people get all butthurt when I call her names and shit. I was like, come on. She'll call herself that proudly.
Listen, Linda. Listen. Okay,
Well,
so
that's all. I'll look at Mrs. Grey Wolf and say, "Hey, bitch!" She says, "Don't you forget it."
Yep.
yeah. Well, let's see. I'm actually a little bit more than that.
We're going to avoid
I'm saying my actual nickname that I gave myself growing up.
because people get so butthurt over it,
People get very butthurt because it starts with a C.
and it's a see you next Tuesday.
And it's with a T.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it rhymes with
See you next Tuesday.
I'm a runt, so I'm very very proud to see you next Tuesday, and I'm not even gonna bullshit about that.
Yeah.
I am very proud of being who I am. So I think me and your woman would get along great.
You'll probably.
When it comes to me having friends that are actual women, and it doesn't work out. Yeah.
I gotta say, I'm really happy that I did. I'm really happy I did this tattoo.
It looks great. It really does.
I can't wait to see it with the swelling down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow it should be.
Oh yeah. Because with the swelling's causing it to stretch out, and when the swelling goes down, it'll be tight.
I just wish I didn't quite get the dragon head, but I did feather it out there, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, no, it actually worked out great.
So it sits
And
right on.
I was right above it, so you kind of went where.
Yeah, but
And you kind of got it.
Yeah, it went into it a little bit. But that's because it spread out so much, I missed my line.
And you did the smaller ones on the inside.
Me, I've been wanting to get a tribal type thing, but I want to get a tribal wolf. I think that'll look sweet. Yep. Seeing as how, my native name is Grey Wolf.
Exactly. Which is really ironic. That is my great grandfather's name, Chief Grey Cloud. He had his son, Chief Black Wolf.
Yep. There you go.
So, well, it was Little Paw. He took the name Black Wolf.
Yeah.
It's actually one of the stories that I love telling people is one of the original spirit walkers, which some people confuse for the skinwalkers, was actually my ancestor, and his name when he was born was Little Paw, because he was a small statured man. As a child, he was small in stature, and yup, easy. I'm the same way. I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet. I tell everybody that. They have a thing they're doing back and forth.
Say, I'm so confused.
Well, it's like
that.
when somebody calls me an asshole, I say that's Mr. Asshole to you.
Yeah. But so one of the original spirit walkers, which people confuse for a skinwalker, was my ancestor, and he was born Little Paw because like I said, he was born on the smaller side. He was smaller statue, kind of shorter like I am, which is ironic. And growing up, he wanted to prove himself. And when they go on their walkabout, their coming of age walkabout, where they get sent out to, go on their hunting expedition and come back and prove that they're a man, kind of thing. When he went out to go and do his, he took it. He wanted to prove beyond a doubt that he was worthy to be chief, like his father. And so what he did is he went out on his walkabout and he found a wolf, a black wolf, and he hunted it and killed it, skinned it, and wore its skin. And he single-handedly invaded a neighboring village in the dead of night and killed every warrior, and then brought back the surviving women and children and all the resources back to the tribe to prove that he is Black Wolf. So he took his new name after proving his worth and proving his manhood, being able to be proud and shed the name Little Paw, which was very, it was very derogatory, pretty much. It was like calling him
demeaning.
Going on, Anubis?
Welcome back, Anubis.
Anubis, back it up about 2 minutes and listen to that story real quick. I think you'll like it.
And then you can catch up.
Yeah, and then catch up. Watch it in 1.5 speed. What? So the singles skin killed others?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean,
I love listening to lore of Native Americans and stuff. I'm fascinated with the Native American cultures. Even more since I found out that I'm part Native American.
Whenever you find that out or you discover part of your heritage, you have that pride where you want to investigate and discover and go back to. Awesome. Nima says he's backtracking, listening to the story. Well, thanks for making the rounds easy. Thanks for hanging out. And Ting Ting, I don't know what you're talking about, but
Update. It was a metallic.
So the single Sparta wolf skin killed others. No, it was he's saying after that you married me.
I think they're just having their own conversation.
Well, Ting Ting, if you were talking to me about the whole wolf thing, I know what you're referring to, which is King Leonidas, and yeah, that was his story too. He went out and he killed a wolf and brought back the skin and proved that he was worthy to be King Leonidas. But the difference of that story is he didn't go out and destroy a foreign tribe to prove it. The wolf was good enough for him. But in our time, in the native practices and everything, going out and killing a predator, yeah, that was good stuff. But he would the one up it to prove his worth and to earn his place. Because he would.
Are you talking about King Leonidas from the Spartan times?
Yeah. That when they mentioned King King mentioned the Sparta wolf. I referenced back to the story of the 300 and King Leonidas and the age story.
That's where that tattoo is. What?
Oh yeah.
Mullen Labe, come take. That's what King Leonidas told King Xerxes when he said, "Lay down your arms." He held up his sword and says, "Mullen Labe." But it really upset me in the movie they didn't have King Leonidas didn't say Mullen Labe. In the movie, they had the guy that played the part say, "Come take."
Oh, he said, "Come get them."
Yeah, and they should have actually been more authentic and said Mullen Labe.
Yeah. I can quote almost the whole movie of 300. That scene you're talking about is where they've got the representative on the horse in front of the whole
Yep.
put the soldiers. He demands that the Spartans lay down their weapons,
Yep.
and then they whip the spear, catch him in the chest. Come and get them.
Yep.
I
See,
love
King
that
Leonidas
movie.
only had 300 soldiers, hence the name of the movie. King Xerxes had what, 300,000?
It
But
was
King
millions.
Leonidas, well, yeah, but King Leonidas, he knew his chances were slim, but they still put up a fight.
Yeah, it was a superior position and a superior fighting form. The phalanx was unbreakable, especially in close quarters. That's why he positioned
Yep.
himself right at the gates, which was a genius fucking move because it was the only way to pass that area.
Yep. So that's like me. I won't back down from a fight. I might get my ass kicked, but I'll put up a fight, trying.
And Ting Ting, I get you were asking a question. I just didn't get what question you were asking.
That's right about Luke Mullen. They want them, they got to come take them, but they got to bring theirs too.
And derogatory or not? What do you mean, Anubis? And yeah, Bacon. The monster. Actually, I do know some of that history. The monsters and the beasts in the movie The 300 was exaggerated depictions of freaks that he used as soldiers and dressed them up all sorts of extravagantly as a way of psychological warfare because they seemed inhuman. So it was meant to strike fear into lesser warriors. Hence why the immortals wore the steel masks and had the metal claws and everything else. They were meant their whole method was to just be intimidating. They were meant to have won that battle before they even stepped foot onto the field, just on their reputation alone. So that's what that the method was for why they did that.
Yeah, it's kind of like I watched a football movie one time, and a guy on one of the linemen looked over at the other lineman, and he says, "I think you're gorgeous." And the guy on the other side of the line was like dumbfounded, and he got taken out because he caught him off guard. He got in his head.
I actually pulled a similar move like that. We were playing street ball, football, but in the field, but it was street style, so it was kind of rough. And back before it was not PC, I used to play a lot of gay jokes to freak people out, especially homophobes. And what are a lot of football players? A lot of them are homophobes.
Yeah.
So we lined up and we were getting ready, and I could do the voice like crazy. And I looked at the dude. Oh my God, can I have a big hug, please? Dude left the field. Didn't even play. No, man, I'm out. Oh, come on. Why you gotta be like that? Come back. Love it. Oh, man, you really want to see how comfortable somebody can get.
I played defensive lineman in high school, and I did that. Got down in his stance. I looked up and winked and said, "Hey, big boy, what you doing after the game?" And then I took him out. He just kind of like freaked out. He's like, "What the hell's going on?"
Sorry, I'm catching up real quick.
It's all right.
And yeah, Anubis, they always try to downplay greatness. And thank you for backing up and listening to that. That's awesome. I don't like that. Homophobes always get caught at the club asking if you know anyone they know. So what projects you got going over there, Cliff?
Not much. Been working a lot. We've been having a lot of weddings at work, and yesterday the winery had a jazz fest, so we were hopping for that. Other than that, I've been just doing the garden and gonna think about trying to build a chicken coop so I can have chickens next year.
Catch you later, Belt Loop.
See you later, Baloo. Have a good one, Gary. Be safe. And I got 2 double hung windows for houses
Nice.
and a screen door given to me, and I'm gonna build a greenhouse. Small
Nice.
little greenhouse out back. And the nice thing is I have an old well out back that is probably about 2 foot around the casing. I'm going to build the greenhouse right over that. So all I got to do is take the cover off, drop a pump down, and I can water the plants in the greenhouse with it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's definitely handy.
That next year I'm thinking about starting seedlings and stuff for my own use, and thinking about selling tomato plant seedlings and all that. Make a little extra money.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to do it. Well, I actually think I'm gonna end up closing it up here in the next few minutes. But
All right.
next time I message you, Cliff, respond, damn it, because I got a couple of things I want to talk to you about.
All right. I will.
And Ting Ting, that's funny. I like you people. Nothing racist at all. These people. What you mean? I love how that was a thing for the longest time. Like, come on,
Yeah.
everything you can, twist it all. But
You're not twisting enough.
this was definitely a great live, a really good turnout, a lot of interaction, a bunch of new people. Definitely appreciate it. Obviously, people enjoy the tattoo. So that was awesome.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and
you
I
hanging
got to
out.
see your beautiful wife again.
Oh yeah.
My beautiful sister-in-law.
I swear she has more fans than me, and the dogs have more fans than both. And that's all right, Anubis. I definitely get it. Like, you got stuff you got to do. People got stuff they got to do. I'm just happy you guys want to pop in and hang out, hop into my
Exactly.
channel. Like, it's what I like. It's interaction, it's community, it's camaraderie, and family. I love doing this, and I
Yep.
love building it up, finding those new connections. And Anubis, like, you're a new friend, a new family member, and you're definitely a great supporter, and you're always around now, and I love it.
Well, it's like I have 330 subscribers. Like I said, I'm going to dye my goatee hot pink, but I'm looking forward to getting my 500.
Yeah.
I want that community tab, so I call all the little channels like us mom and pop channels, like the little shops and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to help. I want to be like Big Matt. Help all the mom and pop channels grow.
I mean, that's why I do my chat and grow and hangout things and everything else.
Yep.
And family keeps needing me. I told them I'm more, they refuse to listen. See, Anubis, that's when every time they ask you for something, you just fuck it up. Just do that for like 3 days, they'll stop asking you for shit. They'll be like, man, you should have off lately. I'm not going to ask him to take out the garbage. That motherfucker's going to trail it all over the garbage. The driveway.
No one could see. Boob.
I know.
That's how one of my uncles got out of doing the garbage, taking the garbage down back when he was younger. He would take the bag and drag it down across the yard until the bag broke open. He did that a few times, and they said, "Nope, you're not taking the garbage out anymore."
Yep.
He did it. He didn't do it accidentally. He did it on purpose. He knew.
Oh yeah. I had a kid pull that on me. I was hanging out with him and kind of mentoring and watching him for his family and stuff because they were always busy and stuff. And his mom asked me to make sure he took out the garbage, and I watched him. And he was banging it into the wall. He banged it off the door. He dropped it down the stairs, and I'm like, you're being a fool, right? Because all I'm gonna do is make your ass clean all that up and not tell your mom that you fucked it up, just so that way she's gonna make you do it again. And then I'm gonna tell her that you
Yep.
fucked it up, so that way she'll know your fucking deal. She's like, man, you're supposed to be cool. I said, yeah, I am being cool. Teaching you how to be a man.
Yep. Being a man is hard work, but it's worth it.
No, yeah. And like, I don't even like putting it like that. It's about being an adult. Like,
Yeah,
if you're gonna
exactly.
otherwise you're gonna waste 3 times the amount of time fixing it and fucking it up. So
That's like I've had several jobs that I hated. I dreaded going to work. When I got this job as a prep chef at the winery restaurant, I look forward to going to work. From day one, the minute I walked into that kitchen, they treated me like family.
and Anubis, yeah, we are real, but even when my channel becomes a brand, which I'm already branded. I am the modern lady. That's my brand. So
Yep.
I'm already branded and everything else, but I'm never gonna lose that honesty. That's my policy. You can ask the
Yep.
wife. I don't lie to anybody or anything over anything, and it actually pisses some people off because I refuse to do white lies, and they're like, "Oh, tell them I did this." No, I'm gonna tell them what happened.
No.
I'll be nice to you and leave out a couple of details, but I'm not lying.
Well, that's like my channel.
Bye.
None of my videos are edited.
And mine.
What you see is what you get.
And that's how mine are. I do one
Yep.
shot, and if I do edit
I'm
it,
real.
it's usually
The only
because
thing I would ever edit would be putting text in certain places or something.
Yeah.
But I would not cut things out or anything.
lazy people work twice as hard. So true, Bacon.
Yep.
That reminds me of this one. I can't remember if it was like a kid's book from like way back when I was a kid. It was like these 2 little kids were told to brush their teeth. And this whole book, like 40 pages, is back and forth about different things that they would do to get out of brushing their teeth and everything else. And by the end of it, they put toothpaste in their mouth anyway to get the smell. They made their toothbrushes wet and everything else, and they went through all of this effort when if you just fucking brushed your teeth in the first place, it would have been less effort. So
Exactly.
that like always stuck with me ever since I was a kid. Reading that book, I was like, man, thinking about it, people do put a lot of energy into getting out of shit. When if you just did it, you'd have been fine. Well, then what?
And you know what I did when I was a teenager? Well, I'd have to get up, take a shower every morning before school. I'd turn the shower on and let it run. Then I'd take the body wash and wash my hands and arms. And then I'd shut the shower off. I'd wet my hair and I'd get out of the bathroom and my mom would smell the body wash and she'd say, "Oh, I got out of it so many times."
See, my mom was a ninja. She'd hear in the shower if the water was hitting something or just hitting the shower.
That's true, yeah.
She knew that shit, and she was like, "Are you gonna get in anytime soon?" How could you tell?
Oh, there was a lot of times. I'm not a morning person, even growing up. There was a lot of times I'd go in, turn the shower on, I'd lay down on the bathroom floor and take a nap. I'd wake back up and I figured out a way to get out of going to school. I was a big eater when I was younger. I'd wake up and tell my mom I wasn't hungry. She'd tell me to go back to bed. She knew I was sick and I wasn't hungry. I'd
Then
go
you
back
just-
to bed. I'd go back to bed. She'd go to work. I'd get up and get something to eat.
Sleeper.
But I'm not going to mention. I'm not going to mention that to my kid because he'll think, well, I'm going to learn that.
See, kids nowadays have no clue. Like, we figured out every trick in the book. You guys ain't coming up with nothing new.
Well, it's like, you guys think you're pulling something over on me? I invented that move.
Yep.
I perfected that move. That's like I'm waiting for my 14-year-old to try one of those tricks not to go to school.
Yep.
It's like, have fun with that because you're homeschooled, buddy. We homeschool him. You're already at school. You wake up and walk out of your bedroom, you're at school.
Yeah, that's when you just look at it and be like, oh, you're sick, you gotta stay home? Well, I think I might tell your principal that you're faking. You might get detention.
And that's when I look at his mom and says, I think he's faking, give him detention.
Yep. Then from that point on, you can just hit him with the "don't make me tell."
Yep.
That's what she does with the dogs. The dogs won't listen, right? They'll be stubborn. They won't be listening to what she's telling them, and then she'll just be like, "I'm telling Dad you ain't listening." Sorry, Mom.
Instant.
Yep.
Just instant.
Whatever you say, Mom. Okay, don't tell Dad. Don't tell Dad.
Don't do that, Mom.
And then
I love it when a dog gets into the garbage or something like that, and you say, "Who did that?" And the dog just puts his head down like, and they can't look at you. They know.
These boys are great.
They do not.
Survival LT. How you doing, brother?
Brother LT popping in the last bit. But what's funny is the way these dogs are, right? Creature has one hell of a guilty conscience. If he did something, and I know he did something, he will automatically not want to look at me. And the second I asked him, "What did you do?" He won't look at me.
Mm-hmm.
A monster is a little asshole. If he did something, and I'll be like, "Who did this?" He'll instantly look at me. It was him, Dad. It was him. But I can tell the difference. Creature will
Throw his brother under the bus.
Yeah, but he knows it doesn't work because Creature will look at him and be like, "Fuck you talking about?" And then look at me like, "Dad, does it look like I'm guilty?"
Yep. And you can tell because you can tell when he's guilty.
Yeah, I'm like, "See, he didn't do shit. I know that was you. You're trying to throw him under the bus. Fuck you. You can't blame me." But when I'll come back from being out for the day or whatever, when I'll come back and they weren't quite behaving and she already threatened to tell on them, the second I come back, they're trying to make sure that they get my attention first. Body block Mom. Dad,
Yep.
Dad, I love you. Dad, we were good. And then the second she starts talking, do you know what these fuckers did? Split, get away, and then sit back and get away from her view and look at me like, "Dad, don't listen to that shit. I don't know what that bitch talking. Don't listen to that shit."
Yep. And you can almost hear them actually saying it too.
Yeah,
You can almost imagine their voices when they're.
That's why I translate for them, because when I'm looking at them doing all these facial interactions and their body language, I understand what they're telling me, and it's almost
Exactly.
I've actually got a short I can put up. I just caught Monster. I finally got him doing this on video where I looked at him, woke him up, and I looked at him and I was like, "You're a punk." And his ears pop up like, "What'd you call me a punk, Ted?" You can see it on his face.
You're like, "You want to fight? You want to fight?"
Oh, that'll get them going if I look at him like, "You want to fight? I'm going to get you, Dad."
Yep. I had a dog that would do that.
Like, it's so subtle. I'll look at him and I'll just do this. No hand motion, no sound. I'll be. It's that small little jut forward.
Yep. It's like me and we had a pug. He passed away because old age and that. But I would take, Mrs. Gray Wolf and I'll tap her on the arm like that. She'd go, "Ow!" And he'd go after me. She actually did that to me one time, and he went after me.
See, Monster's super protective.
Mhm.
If I'm messing with something for her that she needs me to take care of and it's hurting her, and she says "ow" too many times, he comes up and he
Yep.
like slams his nose down. He's like, "I heard
Get
ow.
away from mommy.
Why is there
Get away
now?"
from mommy now.
Yeah.
But then the same thing will happen when she's messing with me, and I say "ow." He will, "Hey, don't hurt Dad." But he
Mm.
gets mouthy. "Don't hurt Dad, Mom. Cut that shit out."
I think you
Yep.
need to turn that.
What?
Yeah, like I just
I had
said.
no, I had a weird hard pull, like a thing in my arm.
Did you ever get your Jeep fixed?
No. After we got it moved, like the whole funding and everything, the fundraiser literally paid to get it towed to here.
Oh no.
Literally, that's all I could afford because I couldn't. The drive isn't working anymore. It'll reverse. It won't drive. I don't know why.
Oh man.
I was able to move it forward once after we got it unstuck, pulled it up the road, parked it in front of the cabin, and then when it was time to move, I packed everything up, popped it in reverse, pulled it to the road, went to go pull forward to go up and turn around and go down the road. Park, reverse, what the fuck? I tried like 4 or 5 times. And that bitch just wanted to vibrate at me.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty much right there, Bacon. You got me on camera? That's not fair. And it's Monstar, but we don't enunciate that every time. And I do kind of call him Mon.
Monstar.
It's supposed to be Monstar.
Monstar. Yeah.
Yeah, that gets him to stand up.
Look at look at my age.
He's getting so much. He's
Well, candles up there.
one, Dad.
It,
Hey. Nose?
I was like, what you told me that's on my arm, and it's his nose.
See, I called his brother over, and he's like, "Don't forget about me. Don't
yep.
forget."
Dad, you're giving loving, and I'm not getting any.
Yep.
Yeah, dogs are some of the most jealous animals on earth. You
I had
get
to
two
pick-
cats. You get 2 cats, and you gotta start giving loving to one of them. The other one's like, yeah, what the fuck,
Yeah, who fucking
whatever.
cares?
But a dog, they're like right up there. What's he getting that I'm not getting?
My big baby. He's my bigger baby.
One did it, the other one had to.
Yep.
Your breath smells like bison.
But I had to pick him up for him to do it because he doesn't like to do that across my lap. He doesn't
Mhm.
like to hurt for those things.
Two
Climb on
big
me.
babies that'll tear something apart if they mess with mommy and daddy.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, they are super defensive, and we've already seen how they'll take
Hi.
something down.
Hi. No candle. No candle. No candle.
See, Monster likes to go high, Creature likes to go low. So if something were to come up and try to fuck with us, oh, it would be done. They'd
Oh, yeah.
and get shredded right in half.
They know how to work as a team.
Oh yeah, because they'll take me out. They practice on me. Don't hang yourself on my chair. Yes. Yes, my boys. You telling
There's
me?
nothing better than a loyal dog, unless it's 2 loyal dogs.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need to get off me. Thank you.
Good boy.
Woo!
And like, I love how happy you can see that they are, and
Oh
you
yeah.
can see the loyalty when
Yep.
when I call them over to me. It doesn't matter if they're dead sleeping, in the middle of eating, whatever. I go right there.
We had a yellow lab pit bull mix that we got given to us, and my middle boy was like 4 or 5 years old. This dog, Zeus, he'd be eating. My son would pick up his dog food bowl and carry it away, and that dog would like, "Where you going with my food?" He'd just sit there like, "Where you going? Where, that's mine." And the lady that gave him to us says, "Don't pull his tail. He bites." I grabbed a hold of his tail. He's right on my wrist, like gnawing a little bit. And then if I stopped, he put his butt up to me, wanting more. I'd drag him across the kitchen by his tail, and he'd come back from what he wasn't biting. It was play for him.
It's like Monster. If you watch me and him play, if you didn't know that I initiated it, you would think that he was trying to kill me. Because
Yep.
I'll look at him and I'll be like, "You want a box?" I'll put my hands up and I'll just light tap. I'll just light tap him, touching him on either side of the snout, and then he'll attack. Then he'll attack me, and I'll put my arm up, and he'll latch right onto my forearm. But he's got the gap because he's part German Shepherd. He's got the gap, so my arm right there in that gap, and he just, "I got you, Dad. I got you, Dad. You ain't going nowhere." And other than the fact that he's a big boy and his teeth are sharp, and I get a little rough with him inside his mouth, it's the only reason my arm gets scuffed up. And his nails are, and I like to keep their nails a little bit longer than most people's. Like, they don't curl, but they're outdoor dog claws. Because if they were to get into a fight with something that came into camp, I want them to have those tools at their advantage.
Yep.
I want them to be able to up you and put a slash down someone's face. That's their protection. You take that away, and an animal comes into camp, they are less likely to be able to protect you, much less themselves.
Yep. Well, we had a dog one time. I'd get really rough with him, and he'd latch right on my arm and pull and everything. But my wife would get rough with him, and he'd very gently grab onto her arm and stuff. He knew who he was messing around with me, and she grabbed him. He turned around and then stopped the minute he realized who it was.
Yep, that's how the boys are. They know they can be all sorts of rough with daddy, but they got to be gentle with mom.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to close it off here.
All right.
We had a nice steady stream for a while, and then it dropped down to 1. Now we're at 3.
I know. I had fun.
Yeah, I got to think of a code word. Well, you got a code word?
No, I don't have anything.
All right. Ink or wolf? We were talking about my ancestor story, and he's gray wolf. So wolf or ink?
Well, we'll do Grey Wolf this time.
Just wolf.
Oh yeah, wolf.
One word.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So for my replay champions who have watched this all the way through, and you're watching this on the replay, and you've been paying attention, you're catching the code word, put wolf down into the comment section. Let me know you are a replay champion. WOLF, wolf. You guys are awesome, and I'll be doing something special for you guys coming soon.
All right.
And there is...
We have a creature.
Creature is the other dog.
We have a creature and a Monstar.
Yeah.
And we spell creature like creature except with a K and a T.
No, he's supposed to.
No, I have a T on his name.
I don't put the T.
That's how you spell his name.
No. TREAC.
I've never spelled it like that. KREATCHER.
Whatever. He has a moldable.
And Monstar is from the original Space Jam, the Monstars.
The monster.
So that's kind of where.
And he's monstrous.
And he's a monstrous big baby, so but
And he's
he answered to it.
and creature's a beastly creature, so.
He's a special kind of creature, that's for sure.
Alrighty, Cliff. You wanna
Alright.
drop down so I can close out the
Have a
last
good
couple?
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks for hanging. And I'll chat with you in a little bit. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. Couldn't do this without you. I'm really happy we had such an audience for my tattoo.
What?
Whack.
I would not do that because she would do it to me. So
Yeah, I'll wait until I get it done.
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
Amoebas,
absolutely.
you're always welcome.
We enjoy having you up and hanging out. Like I said, and thank you for holding it down there for a few minutes while I was trying to figure a couple of things out around here. And Grey Wolf, before I forget, if you're still here, thank you again for holding it down while we had that technical difficulty when I turned off my Bluetooth. My phone didn't want to load back up. It was only supposed to be gone for a second, but thank you for holding that down. Definitely appreciate you doing that. Made it so that way people weren't just looking at a blank screen.
Ouch. I hit my knuckles on my ear, my headphones.
So, damn, too bad it wasn't an hour and 2 minutes. You too, Survival LT? Alrighty, Grey Wolf popped in, so we heard that. So, Survival LT, Grey Wolf, Anubis, the goddamn bacon! Ting Ting, Mrs. Native, of course. Belt Loop. Easy. Easy Diggin'. And Susan Big. Just wanted to make sure I got the last. Try to just mention a bunch of people. Frontier, Foreskins, Projects with Paul, Smoked Out, Elizabeth, Sapphire. A bunch of people showed up today. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Beverly, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. It was named for Space Jam. I knew it. But we love you guys. We love hanging out with you guys. It's all about the family and the community. And just thank you so much for hanging out and being here and asking questions and getting involved with my tattoo. I definitely was very happy to hear that and see that. It was a great stream. So until next time, remember to get out there, be a native, and go beast.